What's up, guys? It's Cooper Webb, and you're listening to the MotoXpod.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Aaron Plessinger, and you guys are listening to the MotoXpod.
Save me from myself. My arms and legs are bound like an aching cold from another world. I'll scream the truth 6 feet underground. Feel the life inside yourself. Watch your enemies dispel. If I can find a way to avoid this fate.
Right, it is Wednesday night, and it is time for our all-new MotoXpod, presented by Yamaha Motors USA and Race Tech. It's a great show tonight with Honda HRC Progressives. Chance Hymas coming on. We got a couple privateers. Hayes Edwards is going to jump on the show and talk about racing outdoors as a full privateer. And then we're also going to have Chistopher Schroeder. If you guys listen to the Kiefer Inc. podcast, the summer school pods that he's been doing with Aiden post-race, you've heard him talk about Christopher. Christopher's a kid that was wearing a lot of like all full body gear and everything at Redbud, and Chris was trying to help him out. And I thought, you know what, let's get this kid on the show. Let's get a story. So yeah, I think we're going to have a really fun show tonight. As I said, presented by Yamaha Motors USA. And you guys already know at Yamaha Motors USA, they don't just build motorcycles. They engineer legends from championship podiums to the off-road trails. The YZ platform has defined dirt bike excellence for generations. Whether you're on the dominating YZ 450F, the YZ 250F, or the beloved YZ 252 stroke, every YZ is built for riders who push harder, ride faster, and demand the best. So visit YamahaMotorsports.com, or as we say every week, better yet, just go down to your local dealership. See what they have to offer on off-road, Teneras. Yeah, whatever. Yamaha has it, something for everyone. So tonight, Yamaha Motor USA opening chat. We're going to kick that thing off in just a second. First up, in studio, as always, working the cameras, working the chat. Was he early, late? Who knows? Scotty Thompson. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Glad to be back. We are a week and a half away from Loretta's. We might talk a little bit about that, but first things first, in studio, it's been about 3 years. He's back. TJ Smith.
Yeah, how are y'all this evening?
Good, good.
I just want to say we actually have a new member of the Blue Crew. Doc went out and picked up a YZ 250 two-stroke.
Because of the show.
Well, just because the
Yamaha
Yamaha
of the show.
250 two-stroke is so good, and because of the show.
Because you heard how great they were from this show.
From this show. But yeah, like when he was talking about getting the two-stroke to ride for the summer, and there was no question what two-stroke was he going to get.
Yamaha?
A YZ 250 two-stroke.
Good for Doc. Doc came out and helped me this last weekend work on some things.
Did it make any difference?
Yes. Remind me to talk about that towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that a little bit. We don't have a ton of time before we get to Chance Hymas.
Yeah.
And I also, before we really get rolling, I want to remind you guys about the MX Simulator Pro Nationals. If, you're looking for a little extra racing on Wednesday nights, maybe you're a video game guy, you thought about getting into sim racing, MX Simulator Pro Nationals fire off live on Wednesday nights on Start Your Systems YouTube. Don't miss the action as the best players in the world look to dethrone defending champions Seth Carr as the gate drops on 4 30-minute plus 2-lap motos with ever-changing conditions. It's a pretty cool series. You guys watch it. If you watch the YouTube, you'll see it on the background at some point this evening. It's pretty exciting stuff. So MX Simulator Pro Nationals on Start Your Systems YouTube channel. Let's see here. Before we actually get into a little bit of Millville talk, I want to say a congratulations to my son, Gunner, because my newest grandson was born this morning. Drew Lennon Guida is here, 7 pounds, 9 ounces. Can't wait to meet him tomorrow. I'm going to go see the baby. So, yep. Can't wait to meet little Lennon.
I would get to go see the grandkids next week while we take a week off for Loretta's.
Next week?
Wait, next week? Yeah, we're not having a show, are we?
Yeah, next Wednesday we're doing a show.
Oh, I won't be here.
Okay. Well, shows how
Gonna go see the
involved
grandkids.
you really are.
Oh, I'm not.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we'll do a I actually had a cool plan that I was going to talk to you guys about tonight that won't work if you're not going to be here. So, just the type of show I wanted to do, but it's all good.
We do it on Tuesday.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
We'll figure something out. Okay, Millville, real quick before we get to Chance Hymas, the new layout. when I saw the map before the race, and I know we're a few days late on this because all the other shows are earlier, et cetera, but did you guys like it?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
I thought it was awesome.
It's fine. Yeah.
I thought I was going to hate it, but it was really good.
I heard somebody else on another podcast. I can't remember who it was. It was on Pulp where Uncle Jim was.
Yep.
Yeah, he was talking about how he likes change, and I'm with it. That's fine.
I think and pretty much all the riders expressed this in Mathis's and Lewis's post-race interviews, was like the ones that talked about that double in the little chicane. If they got rid of that, it would probably been fine. The double kind of screwed everything up. We saw Jet obviously crashing it.
There was a lot of people having problems.
Yeah, I think it just got so gnarly with the ruts second moto, but I really still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't really care if they go wide open down that hill all the way. It doesn't bother me, but I thought it was a great change.
I feel like Deegan had the line of the day going up the hill. He made a lot of
all
passes
the way to the
there,
left, right?
where he would cut, kind of cut over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I
was
didn't
really
even
cool.
notice it. Yeah.
He gained a lot of momentum there.
No, I thought it was cool. I mean, Millville's still one of my favorite tracks on the circuit. Millville,
It's,
Redbud, probably the two, huh?
It's fast.
Yeah.
I know it's fast, but it looked really, compared to some of the other races we've been watching, they just looked like they were going fast.
So
especially like where Moseman went down, like he was hauling ass when that
Yeah.
happened.
I remember for some reason my brain says like back in the day they used to flip the tracks around backwards every now and then, and
Yeah, Bud Street did.
yeah, and so that would be kind of cool for them to do, like just some change. Like I know they go to the same tracks, and I know why, because those tracks can handle the crowds and all that kind of stuff. But I like the change. Like yes, a couple of years of the same track, but then let's do something. And even Redbud, they changed the way that you would make the run up to Larocco's Leap.
Yeah.
Some years is easier, some years is harder.
Well, they also changed at Redbud last year. They went through the let's see here. Let me think about it. They went over the leap, then went back to the left.
Yep.
Then went through the rollers to finish. Whereas normally you do the rollers, make the right,
Like it
make
is
the
now.
left.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I don't even think the rollers were there, as I recall. Like you came out of that bottom and made a left. Yeah, they definitely changed it up. Not so much direction.
Right, but
Some,
changes.
but yeah.
Changes are cool.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it was a good change.
Yeah.
I liked it. Racing wise, first turn pile up, 250 class, Moto 1.
Gnarly.
I mean, first of all, Cochran tucks that front, goes for a ride.
Not surprising. Not for Cochran.
Sure. And then Carson Wood just decides he's get a little antsy and takes out almost everybody. And for those of you that don't really know, obviously Levi and Dudney that collided in the air?
I think so. They hit.
But then the last guy that went flying by himself that got catapulted because he hit those down bikes, that was Hayes Edwards, who will be on tonight. So
we'll get to talk first glimpse.
We get to talk to Hayes about going for a little bit of a ride there, getting bucked off. But overall though, racing was really good, I thought. I mean, the Julian Beaumer, Michael Moseman battle was awesome. Hunter and Jet battle was awesome. Both motos for them. Well, I mean, I guess Hunter kind of ran away with the first one. But here's what I want to ask. You haven't been here for a couple weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, I said, is Hunter the best rider in the world? Last week, I said, is Jet the best rider in the world? This week, I'm going to ask you guys, which one of the two brothers is the best rider in the world, if either? Because
They say Lucas.
Well,
Lucas finished like 29th.
No, he DNF both races.
He got a finishing spot because he started. But he did DNF. You're correct. But
I'm just saying, the Coonan.
They credited him with like 29th or something.
Yeah.
But
But you said who's the best rider in the world, and I was saying the Coonan.
okay, but of the two Lawrence brothers, let's go with those guys. Like who?
Jet.
If you had to pick, okay, Jet.
No question.
No question.
It is funny. It seems like they're like, it's almost like, are they screwing with us?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Because like, when have you ever seen in a championship where the one guy just straight up has the other one beat in the first moto, and then it just completely flip flops the second moto?
Yeah.
Like not one coming through the pack, and then maybe will they catch the other one, maybe, or that kind of thing. But like they both started 1 and 2 both races, and Jet didn't have anything for him, and then had everything for him until
Hunter won by like what 16 seconds or something. And
so
then,
how does he bridge that gap between an hour?
I don't know. It's odd, right? It is a little bit odd that they're kind of just flip flopping back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, I think
they're just following the script.
I think Jet's still better, but Hunter has gotten a lot better.
But here's the thing: the problem is, I think we're seeing the best Hunter we've ever seen.
I agree with that,
and we're not seeing the best Jet.
I also agree with that.
So I feel bad.
But will we ever see that level of Jet again?
Yeah,
absolutely. But the problem
consistently.
The problem is for the guys like whoever is in, whoever, yes, ma'am, whoever is in the, what do you call it? Like in third place. I just feel bad for Prado. I feel bad for Deeg. I feel bad for all those guys that are back there because those two brothers are gone.
I did find it interesting though, like the way Hayden rode in the first moto to get back to where he did.
So fast.
Like, I don't feel like he rode like that in the second moto.
Right. Well,
So
maybe he just smoked himself a little
I
bit.
mean, maybe potentially, but I was kind of hoping to see like if he can ride like that in the second moto. I figured he'd have a little bit more for him. He didn't really get to run with them at the beginning. He kind of had to work his way through. A little bit, but didn't seem like quite the same intensity. I mean, fair enough. It's hot. He probably torched himself trying to come through the pack in the first moto, but that was the highlight of the weekend, watching him come through the pack.
It was pretty impressive. I really did enjoy the racing. Some people like each race, some people don't like each race. I was happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're both in the class because if it was just one or the other,
it'd be boring, right?
it'd be so boring, right?
Yeah,
now.
I
It'd be
agree.
like Ricky days.
Yeah.
Just briefly, you guys kind of know how the MXGP results finished this week?
A little bit, yeah.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so Hurling's won.
Mhm.
Lucas was 29th because basically you're right, 2 DNFs because of he had a crash on Saturday for qualifying. So now Hurling's is -11 in the championship. Okay, so it's tightened up a lot.
They have a week off?
No, I think they have 2 more races. I think this is a run of 3
Oh, wow. Okay.
again. So that's tightened up.
Can you imagine if Hurlings wins the championship again? Oh, my gosh.
Like I don't think anything official's been said with Lucas. I know he hurt his leg. I listened to Lewis Phillips and Adam Wheeler in the MXGP pod, and it sounds like it's a leg, but nobody really knows as of yet, anyway, that I've heard that if something's serious, if he'll be fine next week. I think Lewis said he doesn't really expect him to be 100%. He doesn't. You know, it's not going to be a complete turnaround. So those points are really going to tighten up.
That's awesome.
And then in MX2, 250 class, Guillaume Ferris, I hope that's how you say it, Guillaume Ferris wins again.
Yeah.
And he's got +11. So both championships are
11 points.
11-point difference. Sasha's got an 8th this last weekend.
What happened to Sasha this week? I guess I didn't
think
listen
he's
to
just
the podcast.
right coming back from that collarbone.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Just had the surgery. Probably just sore.
So it was officially broke?
Yeah, they
or
played
was
it.
it just cracked? Do we know?
I know he had surgery, so
Right, but I mean, they'll put a plate on a crack.
Listening to the other shows talk about it,
Yes.
it sounds like they believe it was cracked during the race, and by the end, it was fully broke. Like that's kind of
Such a
like the
gnarly
last couple
ride.
laps, maybe it actually broke.
Bro, that
I
dude.
think that was Steve that said that, but that's a theory.
But that dude's got so
Yeah.
much like fandom coming to his
If-
way.
If Sasha loses the championship, I think you can blame Southwick, but I don't think you can blame Lucas.
No.
Coming like I know a lot of people are.
Unless like they were just a little bit off tire from the travel. But
And I guess you
I
can
agree
say
with you.
that.
I don't believe
No.
you can blame Lucas's issue on it. Sasha's issue definitely,
You can.
yeah, it's definitely. I mean, clearly it's affected
Look,
by
as
Southwick.
Americans, we have to say that they came over here and it was too much for them to handle, and that ruined
Yeah.
them. That's what we have to say.
35-second lead in the first moto is too much for him to
Too much
handle.
for
Too much
them to
pressure.
handle.
Too much pressure. Yeah, it's. I think MXGP is going to be. It's coming down to. It's going to be pretty exciting with the 11 points. Both those classes are going to tighten up quite a bit in these next couple of weeks. If you guys haven't listened to MXGP podcast on the Vital MX, you should, because they definitely get deep into it. They've got some good feedback on that. But first guest of the night's on the line. He's going to be brought to you tonight by Racetech. And for over 40 years, Racetech has been supplying the motorcycle industry with high-quality suspension components made right here in the USA. From modern to vintage, Racetech is your go-to source for suspension performance. Racetech has been taking care of me for years. Visit racetech.com. Find your local service center. Get them involved with your racing program. Tonight, Racetech brings us from the Honda HRC Progressive team, Chance Hymas. What's up, Chance? Crap. Give me a second, dude. That's on me. Hang
How
on.
many times do you do this?
About every other show. Are you there?
About every other show.
Crap. I'm going to have to call him back. Yep. I
Yeah.
forgot to take it off the charger.
Oh my god.
Jeez, rookie.
Rookie.
Look, man. You don't worry about me.
We don't.
We do.
I know.
Hey, sorry about that. That was on me.
You're all
I had my phone plugged into the wrong cable. So yeah, Chance, what's going on, dude? How you feeling, man? We a moto win, feeling good?
Yeah, trending in the right direction. I'm doing good, dude. How are you doing?
Well, we're doing good. We're doing good. Now, listen, I want to. There's a few things I want to get into, but I know you got some gaming to do tonight, so we're not going to keep you too long. I know. Listen, I heard you talk to Lewis Phillips and Steve Mathis post race, and you kind of keep saying, "Hey, I'm not trying to get too high. I'm not trying to get too low." But this moto win has to give you a little bit of confidence that maybe you were struggling with a little bit. Like, can I still do this?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that was the big question for myself is, can I still be the guy that wins and, has the ride that I did? And obviously that confirmed it for me, and like I told all those other guys too, it's like, I can't lose sight of my goal that I had in mind of just building every weekend. If I go next week and I have a couple motos inside the top 5, like that's still a win for me. But yeah, it's definitely nice it's rewarding for sure, and to kind of give back to my team too and be like, you guys are sticking by me through these, kind of rough patches and, we're going through this together. So it's, it's rewarding for everyone involved too, which is nice. And obviously for me kind of going through everything firsthand, it's like, it's frustrating being a guy that can go out there and win. And honestly, in times it felt so effortless to just be out front to where it's like, man, it's hard to be out front and run that pace now. Like, I don't know why why I'm struggling so bad, whether it's, the injuries are finally catching up to me. And I mean, the 250 class it's pretty deep right now. Like the field is heavy.
Yeah, it's deep, but it's also inconsistent, which I would think makes it a little bit, maybe takes a little bit of the pressure off for you. Cause it's not like one guy's winning every week where you're like, okay, well, I'm still kind of there, right? It wouldn't take much to turn this thing around. You never know what's going to happen. I don't know if that really even plays a factor in when you think about the series, but it is inconsistent.
No, honestly, I mean, it does for sure, like every weekend, because it's like you can have a bad first moto and be like, you know what, go nail start second moto, see where we end up, and I mean, the way the class has been this year, I mean, you look at my results from the weekend, like I was surprised I even podiumed, let alone be second. I was like, dude, that's kind of ridiculous, like how the math works there.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, it's definitely, it keeps it interesting for sure.
All right, so I want to ask you I got 2 more questions. I'm going to turn it over to my co-host here a little bit, but with your expectations of trying to just get through healthy, and now seeing that, hey, now really, okay, I can still do this, so that does take some of that off. Does it change your outlook for the rest of the season, like what you're looking for, or are you still going to be like, let's just get through it healthy and stay consistent?
Get through healthy and stay consistent. Yeah. I mean, and that was my big thing too. It's like, I don't want to change like my goal, my mindset of like what I got going on, like I'm still, this one moto win doesn't automatically fix everything that I've been going through and rebuilding, like I still gotta, it's definitely, like I said, confidence boost. It's the confirmation, but I've still got to, lay the stones down. I got to do the stepping stones and keep rebuilding myself. And honestly, like, that's what the rest of this year, including SMX, is going to take. It's getting myself back into racing shape. I mean, I've missed a lot of racing time over the last 4 years. So,
yeah,
I mean, each time I'm off the bike, it's just getting harder and harder, and guys are, catching up and getting better each time. And a lot of the top guys I've been racing haven't been getting hurt. So it's hard to stay a top guy when you're consistently, sitting on the couch, not racing.
Yeah, of course, of course. My other question I want to ask is, I think you have mentioned this, but there was moments when the lows were low where you're like, hey, can I still do this? Did you ever really think about, shit, maybe I do have to look down? Did you ever really consider stepping away?
In the lowest of lows, absolutely. You wonder if you're doing the right thing, or, maybe this isn't for me. I apparently can't do anything right. Like, in the most vulnerable times, absolutely, but I think when I had, the right head on my shoulders, there's obviously a part of me that's never going to quit until I get what I want, but also like you have a lot of time to think when you're injured, man. Like there's a lot of days you sit there and think when you're hooked up to machines, but no, I feel like for me, like I start thinking about everything that went into it, what my family went through to get me here, what my team goes through.
Yeah.
Like my sponsors, everyone like close to me that helps, like for me to just pull the plug because, I'm not strong enough to get through an injury, or like I'm too heartbroken. Like yeah, it's not, honestly, for me, it's not acceptable. Like, you can't, everyone goes through hard things in their life, and then like the sport's gnarly. It's obviously one of the hardest sports in the world. And, the things that we go through as athletes, like each weekend with the pressure and, the expectations. And then obviously when you're sitting on the couch, like you're obviously so far off of like where you want to be. And, I'm still have a young career, and like if I went back 3 years ago and, talk to myself, where do you see yourself in 3 years? I definitely did not see this coming. Absolutely. But it's more than just quitting on yourself. You're quitting on a lot of people. And obviously I race for myself. I want to win for myself, but obviously like you have a lot of people involved in, quitting on them too. You got to think of that as well. Like, everyone invests so much into your program. Like, you're quitting on a lot more people than just yourself.
Yeah. And it's people who did not quit on you.
Exactly. Especially those hard times, like they're still sticking by you. And, it'd be the same thing as them quitting on you during those hard times. It's just unacceptable. And, even at the most vulnerable times when you feel like it's the worst thing in the world and you don't know why you do this for a job. And then, you kind of snap out of it and be like, you know what, I have an opportunity to rebuild myself and be better. And, that's the approach I had to start taking, because it's inevitable. These injuries, like at some points, yeah, people don't get hit as bad as others, but like everyone goes through these injuries at some point. Obviously probably not to the extent I've gone through them, but at least one or two here and there. But it's the mental side of the sport that's also gnarly, that I don't feel like people understand. Like, you have to be so strong off the bike and, be in it all the time. Like, even when you're going through those hard times, like, you still got to have that champion mentality of, wanting to win, and the will has to be so much greater, than the skill level, and like really, really wanting to come back and be a better person.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody who's come through the like growing up and come into the pro ranks with so much like support and hype, or however you want to word it, behind you, because you've done so well. When you're going through those hard times like that, do you notice like a drop off of fans, or do you see where fans are like more supportive, and or how does that affect you?
Yeah, I mean, you're only as good as your last race, and that saying is very real. Like, if you're winning and then you're sitting on the couch, you get forgotten very quick, and it's
noticeable.
It's pretty noticeable. I mean, your real fans that stick behind you, like, they make it known, and I wouldn't say like it's a crazy drop off, like, I feel like I have very good fans and very good people behind me that, like, they make it known that, like, I'm still a very good dirt bike racer and, a very good person. Like, they're still rooting for me no matter what, I mean, you do see it, like I said, you're only as good as your last race. And when you're sitting on the couch and a couple of races gone by, you're old news.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's every sport though. Like, you're going to have that mix of everything. But I think most motorsports in general have some of like the craziest fan bases. And, I feel like we see it at outdoors. It really brings out the gnarly fans in outdoors of how crazy people can get. But no, it's fans are what make our sport, and it's when you're on the fans' good side, they're amazing. When you're on their bad side, it's not very cool.
Yeah. Scotty, maybe we should start like a rider support group on Friday nights before races, and be like, we could have Chance come in, and Pierce Brown and Austin Faulkner and Jalik, and be like, guys,
Faulkner will lead it.
Yeah, well, Faulkner can run it now. I mean, he's retired, so like there are a lot of riders like that you see the talent, and it just, things don't work out, and the mental side that he's talking about is so brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead, Scotty. But I was just thinking about a support group while he was talking, like.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm Chance. 3 years in class. Hi, Chance. Yeah,
I've had 7 injuries in 3 years.
Yeah. So to go through the way this weekend went, obviously it's kind of a little bit of a picture of how the last few years went. First moto's 9th, not ideal. Second moto, you win. That jubilation has to be great and feels good and kind of rewarding. But as far as the actual race goes, what felt different pace-wise, endurance-wise, just mentality-wise, between a 9th and the 1st in the same day?
I mean, if I've told a couple people this too, if I like, honestly, I feel like I rode the same both motos. Honestly, my results on paper don't feel like I don't feel like it represents how good I was riding the first Moto 2. Like that little group I was in, like we were ripping. And I feel like if you go back on times and see, like we were all within this group of like 4 of us, we were all within the top 5 on lap times. Like we were ripping, you know, and luckily for me, I think this is the only time I would say like I was happy I got a bad start because I avoided a lot of carnage that first Moto.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, that was gnarly. But yeah, like in second moto starting up front, I feel like I'm starting to get some of my raw speed back and like my quick, like decisive, like first lap moves. I feel like that's kind of coming back to me. I'm getting more comfortable and confident making those moves very quick at the beginning, which I've been struggling with that all year. Is just that intensity and like kind of the willingness just to send it and not really care about the result. Like I feel like I've been so guarded just because, you know, I don't want to get hurt. And obviously you can't race or ride scared in this sport. Like you just can't. And yeah, I mean, second one, I started up front a little bit and kind of just sat there for a couple laps and realized like the pace I was going was better than the guys in front of me. And I was like, all right, well, flip the switch, I guess. Let's go for it. And yeah, I mean, I passed Juju and Caden, and I was like, almost like instant, like 3 seconds. I'm like, okay, well, guess we're going for it at this point. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I was super locked in during the moto. I made like no mistakes, and I was just putting honestly one of the best motos I've ever put together in. And like I would honestly say that was even my one day, my couple motos I won in 24. Like I would say that was probably the best moto I've put in, especially like not starting out front and like whole shot to win. Like I came from 7th on the gate to winning by 8 seconds or whatever it was. So it was definitely one of my strongest motos. And I think that the mind kind of took over in the middle of the moto. And I was just so like, I've been waiting for this moment for so long, you know, like to get back up front. It was just everything that I've been struggling with and trying to like find myself again. It just like, I just flipped a switch and it was like there again, which was a crazy feeling.
I bet. Yeah. Hopefully we can find that again in Washougal.
Yeah. You're telling me.
It did seem at a couple points throughout the moto that when Levi got into second, it seemed like he was kind of charging to try to catch you, and he would shave off a couple of seconds and he'd put the gap back. Was that consciously happening because of the pit board? You kind of felt the presence. Were you changing what you were doing, or how did that scenario go down?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't really realize it was him behind me for like the whole moto. Like I thought, well, because I was battling with Mumford. So, and I thought he was kind of following me through the pack. So I'm like, honestly, I thought I was battling with Mumford first and second. And then for a while, I kind of realized like I couldn't hear anyone behind me, but I had a 3-second gap. So I'm like, but I couldn't see Juju and Caden behind me anymore, like from the section. So I'm like, if someone's 3 seconds behind me, like these guys are definitely not 3 seconds behind me. They're more than that. I'm like, who is behind me? And I never looked back. I never saw who was there. And like, even like some of the tight hairpins, like Levi was close enough. So he was out of my peripheral vision without looking back. So for me, I was like, whatever. Like, I'm just going to keep putting my laps together. And like, I was just linking the track together good. And, you know, I wasn't override at all. So like I knew my pace was good. So I kind of just pulled back a little bit. But honestly, the more I pulled back, the faster I started going. And it was the more, like, it was more effortless. Yeah. So yeah, it felt like I was trying to do less just to manage, but it was like, I was doing less, but you know, it ended up being more.
That's funny how that works. Chance Hymas tonight brought to you by Racetech, racetech.com. Find your local service center. Go meet your techs and get some work done. Get your suspension updated. I got a couple questions I want to hit you up. We got a couple listener questions. We'll try to get you out of here. Told you about 20 minutes. You mentioned the kind of riding nervous, I don't think you used the word scared, but just trying to not get hurt, right? But then
Right.
you also mentioned trying to stay consistent. But you kind of have to find a way to flip that switch at some point. Have you figured out, like, are you past the being nervous about crashing? You got to, because you're going to have to get rid of that at some point.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say I'm past it now for sure. It's you, like I said earlier, like you can't race scared. You can't race guarded.
Yeah.
You're never going to be at the level you want to be racing like that. And I mean, even any sport you do, whether you're, playing a stick and ball sport or motorsports or whatever it may be, like you can't play or race or drive, guarded or not. Because when you're guarded, you're not giving everything you got to that. Like you're not exceeding that limit. And yeah, like I think these last few rounds of me, like kind of like getting up front and riding good, and we've also been making good changes on the bike and getting me more comfortable, which is giving me that confidence and trust that like I can push the bike more and like kind of ride the way I feel like I used to ride a little bit. And that also brings confidence too and some trust into your riding, especially on race day. But yeah, like I would say like I'm kind of over the fear part of it now. Like
Okay.
it's kind of funny, like with injuries, I would say it's you ride guarded for a little bit and then you finally accept like the risk of it. And it's crazy how fast it goes away. Like once you like finally like accept that, like, all right, like it is what it is. If I get hurt again, but like I can't keep riding like this, then it's crazy how like the switch flips like that.
Yeah. And I guess the reason I asked that was because you also said at the beginning of this interview that your goal is still to stay consistent. So there's kind of a balancing point there of staying consistent and being safe, quote unquote, versus, all right, well, I need to push here. I need to kind of find that next level eventually. So you got to decide personally when that time is right, but it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out these next few rounds.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and it's the most inconsistent this class has ever been, at least since I've been pro.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy, So especially if you can start knocking or putting down some good consistent results. Like I think they said on the broadcast this weekend, Levi's the only person that's had 2 motos inside, or like that's finished inside the top 5, like every moto this year or something like that, overall wise or something like that. Like that's pretty insane. Like it's a crazy stat for this class. But yeah, I mean, you've seen it this weekend, anything can happen. So I feel like if I've been working on starts, so the easiest thing to do is just get the start out front, and then the race is a little bit easier to manage there. And when you're battling in that 7 to 13 spot, that's when stuff starts happening and stuff outside of your control starts happening.
Yeah.
So it's avoiding that scenario. It's because in this class you're not going to get away with not being in a battle the entire moto. Like the field's so deep, but when you're in the back of the pack like that, there's so many guys around you, like anything can happen. One guy squirrels out, and I mean, you saw how it was this weekend off the start. Like one guy gets sketchy, runs into another guy, and then boom, half the field's on the ground. Like it's
You mentioned the class and how deep and competitive it is, and you can see in the results every week. On the MXGP or MX2 broadcast this week, there was some comments made from Paul Malin, who's the announcer there, talking about how, based off of the effort that Sasha Kunin did in Southwick, that a lot of those guys could probably come over here and win. Being in that battle, maybe for 9th, 10th place, like you have a couple times this season, do you see those guys being able to, start 14th, 15th and work their way all the way to the front? Or do you think they're underestimating what it's like to be in that mid-pack battle?
I think they underestimate how deep our field is over here. Maybe we only have a couple guys that can go, that speed that Sasha goes, or, obviously Guillaume's riding really good, or, it's maybe they have more of those guys like top speed level, but like obviously our field is way deeper, like you can see it on paper, like their field over there isn't as deep as ours. So I think over there, like for sure you can start outside the top 10 and work your way up, like, but their mid-pack guys over there and their top guys are still really good. They're the best in the world. So I mean, who knows really? Like, could one of those guys come over here and do what Sasha did? I would say, vice versa. We could go over there and do the same thing, but like, you also have to have a little bit of luck on your side and a little bit of, perfect storm and everything, because look at Lucas on the contrary,
Yep.
He was clearly the best guy at Southwick, but he didn't get to show it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, there's a lot of factors that play into these things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if we're going raw speed based, like for sure some of those Euro guys, I would say there's more Euro guys right now than there is American guys over here. And I mean, if we're going strictly American based, there's really only a couple American guys right now that are super raw speed in that aspect, So,
yeah.
But I think overall depth of class, like I think we have that covered over the European scale. I mean, our gates are definitely a lot bigger than theirs, and I would say at least through 20, like our class is pretty stacked.
Agreed. Chance, one listener question, I'll let you go. This is from Instagram. Devin Wright 131 says, when you're up to speed, where exactly on the track do you notice it the most?
When you're up to speed.
Yeah. So like this weekend, where did you notice that? Because obviously you were up to speed this weekend. Where'd you notice that the most?
Yeah, I would say like when you feel like things start clicking and you start feeling good, I feel like it's easier to connect the track. And that's kind of what I meant by like when you kind of back off a little bit, but you feel like you're doing more, like you're not burying the bike. You're not like kind of stop and go. Like you're carrying a lot of momentum. You're linking the track together. I feel like that becomes more effortless over time once because I feel like when you're trying to, you're off and you're trying to go fast and like actually going faster is two completely different things. Like everyone wants to go fast, but like actually like accomplishing it and doing the right things to make it work, it's way different. So, I mean, when you get past the part of trying too hard and, stuffing the bike and stop and go or whatever and charging into a corner too hot and you just back off and you're linking the track together without even realizing it. I feel like that's the things you start picking up on because you become more comfortable over time doing that because you're not trying as hard to get back to that level. When you just let it naturally come back to you. At least that's what I've noticed for me. I guess I can't speak for everyone else, but that's where I really noticed it, especially this last weekend.
Yeah, it all makes sense. Well, Chance, it was a pleasure to see you back up front again. I love to see you guys get your confidence back because there are other riders through time where they didn't get their confidence back and, maybe they stepped away from the sport, and it's definitely not time to lose you, man. I think you got a long career ahead of you, and I don't get to go to a lot of races, but when I do, it's always really cool to talk to you. Just a good dude, nice to talk to. So, I want to see you be successful. So thank you for doing this tonight.
Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for having me on. I know we've been trying to do this for a while now, but God, I finally have some good news to share at least.
Yeah. Well, I've been waiting.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I've been waiting because you did say you wanted to wait till you had some better motos, so you're in a little bit better mood. So we're there.
Yeah, I don't think this would have been super interesting if you were talking to me at like round 3. I probably had nothing good to say then.
That's a fair point, man. Well, thanks for doing this tonight. Yeah, I'll let you get to your plans this evening, but thank you again.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. You guys have a good night.
You too. See ya. That's Chance Hymas tonight, brought to you by Race Tech. He is, again, 99.999% of the time I always say he's a good dude, but I've always just enjoyed visiting with Chance. Super respectful, really nice family.
Got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to jump into, let's see, we've got 40 minutes or so before we get Christopher on.
Oh, wow.
Let's do X-Brand emails. We could push him up if we need to.
With EKS brand goggles, vision is your advantage. Engineered for clarity, comfort, and durability, EKS goggles keep your focus sharp through roost, rain, and ruts. Trusted by champions, built for everyday rider, crystal clear optics, all-day comfort, zero distractions. Ride with EKS because every second counts. Gear up at EKSbrand.com, and I can definitely say that when you're riding in this heat, like we were trail riding.
Yep.
And they absorb so much sweat that wasn't getting any in my eyes at all. Like I didn't even notice how much I was sweating until I stopped to rest and put them back on, and then it smushed it into my face. Their foam is unbelievable.
Their triple layer foam is pretty
so
top.
good.
Yeah, it really is second to none. I cannot argue with you that. I Have all my X-Brand goggles prepped. I got my zip-off systems prepped for Loretta's. They're all sitting there. Got a bunch of tear-offs in. We're ready to go. So
X-Brand goggles, the one thing Dark can't argue about.
okay.
Oh, I mean,
Are we just because I like to argue a lot? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that was the point. And
Yeah.
I can't argue that. All right. First email tonight is from Garrett Rockley. Garrett won the Renthal giveaway last week, and he sent an email saying, "Thanks, Dark. When Scotty said he's one of ours, I knew it was me.
Nice.
Lucky bastard I am sometimes, LOL." So he said, "You guys are kicking ass. Good luck at Loretta Lynn's. You are one of the 40 fastest 50-plus guys in the nation. Go get them." I've had a couple people tell me that. That's not actually true, but I'll take it.
It is true.
It is.
This
not.
year.
No. You were one of the 40 fast top 50 guys who tried.
Yeah, or didn't get hurt or whatever,
There
or
you go.
that tried. Yes. Okay, I'll even take that.
I mean, you don't think that there's some guys that would trade spots with you right now?
Oh, of course. Of
Okay,
course.
so there you
Yeah.
go.
But I'm just saying I'm not again so delusional that I don't understand
Yeah, but
the truth
but
of
you
things.
made it, and nobody can
Yeah.
ever take that away from you.
Do I have these out of order again? Why did this happen?
So,
Go
since
ahead.
you're doing that,
Yeah, I'm trying to find a
our
couple
group
of
chat brought up the fact that I guess Mike Alessi got arrested
Oh, really?
and for contributing to the delinquency of a minor, petty theft, and
What?
burglary.
Do we know this is a fact?
It's a fact. It's on Racer X. I googled it.
Okay.
And burglary of an unoccupied building.
Wow.
And
What the hell is he doing?
I mean, like, remember we had Michael Alessi. He had to believe the hype. Well, the cops believed the heist.
Okay.
Good one. You was holding on to that one, weren't
I
you?
was.
Okay. Next email is from Brian Airman, and he just sent in his picks for Southwick, and they were Deegan, Hunter, Lucas. Fail, Brian. Fail. But
little
thanks for
like 3 weeks late too.
Yeah,
You
I
said
just
Southwick or Millville.
wait, hang on. Did I read it wrong?
You said Southwick.
Oh, you know what? I think I opened the wrong damn one. There we go. Millville. Deegan, Jet, Hunter. Still fail. But Brian always sends his picks in, and I love it. So keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Just so you can make fun of him?
Yeah, of course. I mean, my picks weren't any better, really. Vathic sent in his top 5 video games from last week. This is torture. This should be the T-Boat USA top 100. I'll just throw some out there. 5, Super Mario Brothers. 4, The Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, or Daggerfall.
Don't know it.
3, Wing Commander, Privateer.
Don't know
2,
it.
Dark Forces, Jedi Knight. 1, X-Wing or TIE Fighter, or X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, or X-Wing Alliance. 1, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. 1, Baldur's Gate 3. So he has multiple number ones, kind of like you have multiple best friends. I'd better stop now. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Vathic.
Vathic's a
TJ, you
gamer.
weren't here last week. Do you play video games as a kid? Could you pick a top 5
No,
all time?
I didn't have, but I tell you, one of my favorite of all times was this. It was called
Frogger?
Star Fox.
Oh,
It was
Star
on
Fox
Nintendo
64?
64.
Yeah.
Bro, we played that.
That game was good.
That-
What was it about?
It basically it was this little like fighter jet in space, basically,
Okay.
and you would go through, and you had levels to go through, or you could play against each other.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, Star Fox was ahead of its time.
bro, it was so good. It was so
was.
good. So,
It was
but that's
good.
about like I don't know. There's a game on the Oculus, like the 3D goggle.
Oh,
things.
yeah. I was trying to
That-
remember what that was.
They had a free game, and it was basically like Ultimate Frisbee in space. And it sounds insane, dude.
Sounds stupid,
Dude,
but
dude,
okay.
I played it for hours. It was so
Really?
much fun.
You got to think of like one of their games is like walking on a beam over.
No. This is like
Traffic.
Hold on, like you would fly around by like pushing, like you pull the trigger and like little jets come out of your wrist and you'd fly around and you could catch the ultimate frisbee and you're playing teams and it was so immersive.
Did you,
It's so good.
did you accidentally jump into the TV or anything?
No, so I played. I have those. Y'all been to my house. I have those stools that had the pivot seats on them, and I would sit on it so I could like turn and so it felt like you were in like moving.
Oh, cool.
Dude, it was actually one of the best games I think that has ever been made as far as interactive, and it was fun, and it was kind of a workout. You'd sweat by the time you were done with
wow.
it, but because you were physically basically had to trying to chunk a disc, and
Chunking it.
and yeah.
Boy, that could work a chunk of rock.
What?
It's an inside joke. So, okay.
Just being a dick.
No. I'll explain. I used to work for this concrete company years ago that my father-in-law owned. We poured huge, we did all these commercial jobs.
Yeah, put your mic up.
Academy Sporting Goods. Anyway, there was always people that worked for us that were of lower education doing the labor.
Dumb people.
Dumb people. A lot of dumb people come through there.
Okay.
You don't need to be smart to,
I'm just
to move a
I'm
shovel.
remembering things. Like there was this guy that worked for us, and we're driving down the road, and a lady walked out in front of us, and I had to slam on brakes. He goes, That's why I don't drive, because of all the possessions. I said, the what? The people walking, the possessions. I said, you mean pedestrians? Yeah, pedestrians.
Yeah.
Pedestrians.
Possessions, though. Like, anyway, there was another guy that worked with us, very similar, and we were out back of a job that had this big drop off, and we were just kind of hanging out. We were throwing rocks. And there's two guys that knew each other, dumb as dirt. And one dude's like, hey, you know TJ? Yeah, that dude could chunk a rock. It's like,
Cool,
right.
man.
Yeah. I don't know. Just
He's
it's not
like,
funny to anybody else,
no,
but it
it's-
makes me.
yeah.
It's
That's funny.
So, as somebody who has a very southern accent and southern drawl,
Yeah.
I take offense to your stereotypes. Just saying.
okay. Cool, man.
My feelings
They
have hurt.
are out there.
Yeah.
I have seen them.
Yeah.
And I can chuck a rock.
The first guy, the possessions guy, he had a buddy that came to work with him.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy Chris were like sitting around. We were listening to, I don't even remember. I feel like it was Guns N' Roses or something. And he came up, hey, I love that Guns N' Roses. That new album's good, man. That Appetite for Destruction. We're like, that was 30 years ago. that new album's good.
That new one, yeah.
Anyway,
I
none of this
will say
matters.
I would rather hang out with that guy than like an uppity, like say New
Pretentious.
Yorker person
Yeah.
that
No, I'll give you that.
thinks they're smart, but is
Yeah,
actually just
yeah.
freaking really stupid too. I'd rather chunk rocks than hang out with
Yeah,
that
I'll give
person.
you that. Me and my buddy Chris, we just laughed all the time. And
Yeah.
Because like normal, he thought he was better than
yeah,
them.
exactly. We had two older black guys that worked for us that were the best concrete finishers I'd ever seen. But their words were all wrong. Like, hey, you got any Tylenol? What? I got a headache. You got Tylenol? like Tylenol? We literally kept a logbook of things they would say that were wrong. Like, do you know what a mezzanine is?
Like a mezzanine?
Mezzanine is like an upper
Like,
level
yeah,
concrete
mezzanine.
floor that kind of looks out like it's a mezzanine. They say, hey, we're pouring that muzzling this weekend. That muzzling. Oh, okay. I'm in it, guys. If you're listening and you skip ahead 30 seconds. I don't know.
Yeah. Like Jorge Prada?
Yes. When you're building concrete walls and you're going to pour them,
Yep.
like upright,
Yep.
you build the forms on the outside, and there's ties that go through that hold it together. You build the wooden forms.
Yep.
And there's like this latching system that holds those things together in place.
Mm-hmm.
And they're shaped a little, they're like a rectangle piece of metal, and the inner side is a little bit like a vagina. Okay?
Okay.
But they called them, hey, I need a bucket of them mule pussies. What?
With like on a drilling rig, there's a part that we use like when they're running casing, the field casing, they call it the donkey dick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Just
God, I wish I could remember all those words, but time and all used to get me. And anyway, okay, let's move on.
yeah. Donkey dick,
Oh,
mule
man.
pussy.
Yeah. Okay, this
Show's gone
last week
downhill.
on our Renthal giveaway, we asked for emails of your favorite riders that when you first got into the sport. There's a couple that I didn't get to read that I thought, you know what, I kind of want to read these.
Okay.
So
Read 'em.
this is from Wapachop. Favorite rider is a guy who raced desert in the late 90s. He lived in Mission Beach, and we would ride out off Palm Avenue. He taught me how to change a rear tire, and I still use this technique decades later. I was a total noob. Friend of a friend. I remember him being nice to me even though I was embarrassingly new on a bike. He was a sponsored pro rider. Heard he had a bad accident. I don't even know his name anymore, but I think about him every time I change a tire in the last 25 years.
We used
Thought
to-
that was kind of cool.
I used to live near Mission Beach.
Really? Maybe it was, you weren't. Yeah, you weren't.
I was
It was-
not,
it was
ever
not
a
him.
pro,
No.
but I could damn sure change a tire.
This one's from Zach Baker. My first rider that I gravitated towards and fell in love with watching was Christophe Purcell. He has such a raw, aggressive style. He made me an instant SMX fan. Love the show, guys. Thanks, guys. So thank you, Zach. And yeah, that's all the emails tonight. But to everybody that sent us those emails in, we actually did get a lot of entries.
Cool.
And I really appreciate it. I read through them all. I think I said that last week. We couldn't read them all on air, but I enjoyed it.
We need everybody, all of our listeners, to start just DMing and blowing up Baggett maybe we can get him on. I've seen him ride again. I'm telling you, like I just
enduro bike.
You have been fanboying over that. I did text him. I texted Keeley. Got no response.
Dude, that's a good bench racing question. Could he make the fast 40 on that enduro bike?
Absolutely, 100%.
On an enduro bike?
Actually, he would make points. He'd be yes, absolutely.
He's a homer. Let's do grill your ass off, bring the heat, Scotty.
Alrighty, if you are looking to grill a savory steak, bake a delicious chicken breast, or make the perfect roasted potatoes, or you might even be frying bacon for breakfast, Grill Your Ass Off has a seasoning to elevate that experience. Jason Murph is a military veteran and motocross enthusiast, and his line of seasonings and sauces simply can't be beat. On top of being astounding, every product sold helps support a true nonprofit or event, so visit grillyourassoff.com and use promo code DarksideMX3 to save 20% on your purchase. You will not be disappointed. Go get you a box of ass.
Wow.
That's what they call them.
I know.
Okay.
It is the best, man. As we've done our taste test, it's amazing. I use it, all the different seasonings, every time I cook. Last night I made hamburgers. I made some bacon to put on my hamburgers. I fried an egg to put on my hamburgers. And each one of those items, I put a little different Grill Your Ass Off seasoning. So I had a mixture of a bunch. And I made some roasted potatoes. And I sprinkled some Cannibal seasoning on those.
Nice.
Unreal. Really is. There is just nothing better. I love it. Do either of you have a Bring the Heat?
Yes, I actually have. I have two.
Let's do it.
All right. So my first one is a update on a previous Bring the Heat from a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So I had talked about how I was getting a bunch of spam calls and like AI, like these AI things acting like they're a real person. Well, they upped the ante. I got one the other day, and I answered because sometimes it's 903 numbers, and I have some of my employees' phones. I don't have their numbers saved. Yeah. So like I usually answer them just in case. So I answered it, and they went like hello, and I was like hello, and I shit you not, this thing goes oh sorry, allergies. This is Heather with blah 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 insurance, and started trying to say it faked having an allergy attack to sound like a real person.
What? How do you know it wasn't?
It wasn't, because they just go into an AI scripted thing. It's obviously AI. Yeah. It was not a real person. That's pretty funny. But like it sounded like fake. Like,
but what was it for? Insurance?
Something, I don't know.
Because like, why would they do it?
I don't know. It's like they're trying to find different ways to make it sound real. But it fake coughed. Yeah. And said it had allergies. And I was just like, I couldn't believe how far they're going to do this.
I never had to deal with any of those fake calls. I don't know if did I tell y'all about the joke I played on my buddy and then how he got me back?
No.
I guess that'll be mine.
Okay.
Yeah. He
still has another one.
We can come back to it.
Okay, we can come back to it.
Cool, man.
He
got 40 minutes.
So I wrote.
No, he's got to go early.
Okay. Well, I wrote on the inside of a Porta-John at a public riding area my buddy's phone number and wrote underneath it, "I would love to see your turds."
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I thought so too. He didn't know it was me. I don't know how he didn't know it was me, like where it was and all this stuff.
I might use that.
I thought it was going to be amazing. And he started getting random pictures of turds. And he started.
ShowMeYourTurds.com.
He never said a word about it. And then like one day he's like, "Man, I think somebody's messing with me." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "I keep getting these random pictures of people's turds in a Porta-John, and then like little kids will call and be like, 'You want to see my turds?' And then they'll hang up." And I was like, I just started laughing, and I basically owned up to it in a way.
Yeah.
And he's like, then he's like really mad at me at first because he's like, "You never even give out people's phone numbers." He's like, "I didn't think it was you because like if somebody wants my number, you'll call me and be like, 'Hey, is it okay?'"
Yeah.
And I never thought about that. I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of a shitty thing. Excuse my language, crappy thing to do." It's literally crappy thing to do.
Pardon the pun.
It wasn't even no purpose. But then when he found that out, he went online and signed me up for for solar, for insurance, for car insurance, for health insurance,
like quotes,
for all these quotes. And bro, I was getting 40 calls and text an hour.
Yes.
He won.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He
That's
won.
awesome.
Like it was unrelenting He signed me up for like 40 things. And the problem is once you're signed up on like I could go to where that Porta-John is and erase his number. I could have fixed the problem, but I'm not. There's no chance. But I called it something. Okay, you won.
Yeah.
But yeah, I swear, I was, no lie, within an
your phone
hour,
number.
40 phone calls and like 30
one a
texts.
minute.
That's awesome.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And I have to, because of my job, I have to kind of answer phone
Yeah,
numbers.
because it could be somebody.
It could be somebody
It's
important.
so messed up. Yeah.
And so, yeah, he got me really good.
he won.
He won. He won. So, yeah.
Love it.
All right.
You're good.
My second one was I was scrolling on Instagram, and like you have like these influencers and stuff, and like they always try to sound like more important than they really are. And like they'll do these things where they'll be like, "Hey guys, so Chili's invited me out to try their 3 for me." It's like, no, they didn't. You just went to Chili's. Or it's like that'd be like me saying like, "Hey guys, Kawasaki." I go buy a brand new Kawasaki. Like, "Hey guys, Kawasaki invited me to come try their new KX450." But like, really, I just went and bought a KX450. Like I don't know why like they have to say like, "Oh, they invited me out to do this." Or
Well, I mean, you know, some influencers they
maybe
do.
so, but some
Like,
of them don't.
I know quite a few that actually do things
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, maybe they true, but I
Yeah.
don't know why. It still irritates me.
Yeah,
I mean, even we get free product.
I mean, true,
yeah.
but it's still.
Yamaha. Hey, my Yamaha YZ250F. You know, Yamaha invited me to ride this
I mean,
bike.
I get that.
Matter
but
of
true.
fact, the Aegis intercoms that we all love so much.
Yeah.
I'm just
Maybe
saying.
we're part of the problem.
Why,
Maybe
why are
you're
you
hating.
so negative?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just triggered me the
Jeez.
other day.
Basically, just because you don't get free Chili's.
I mean, hey, FXR sent
I
you
wanna-
some gear to make
Yeah.
to try and do some social media posts on. You should have said, "Hey, look what FXR sent me," and then somebody else can be like, "Yeah, he probably just went and bought that." And, oh, it's so stupid.
All right, cool. That was my bring the heat. It's what
All right, my
irritated
bring
me
the heat
other
is
day.
people that hate on influencers for trying to make money. No, okay. I have yet another drive-through experience.
Okay.
Before, though, we get into this, I want to give 2 recommendations and positive shout-outs. First one, I'm going to give to Scotty. As much as he made me want to never go to Dairy Queen again for his hateful fake coupons,
Oh my god.
I did try one of the drumstick blizzards that he was telling me that were like the blizzard of the month last month.
That TJ thought you were eating a chicken wing blizzard.
Oh, yeah. That is
Honey barbecue?
so good.
It's good.
I'll have to try it.
I can
Better
never
hurry,
remember
it'll be
what
soon.
it's
I'll go
called.
soon.
Like I can never remember the name of that ice cream cone, the drumstick for what when I pull
It's
it.
called a drumstick.
I know I forget it constantly because I never really ate them. Every time I pull in the drive-thru, I go like a brain freeze. I can't remember it. So like the last time I pulled in the drive-thru, this is not my bring the heat, but I said, "Look, you guys have a blizzard. I can't remember the name of it." She said, "We have 200 something flavors." I said, "Shit." I was gonna be like, "Can you give me
she's
a
not
list of a
wrong.
couple?" And then I was like, "It's like an ice cream cone you buy at the store. It has nuts on top." She said, "Drumstick. That's the one." Anyway, it's
Not
great.
being able to remember drumstick.
I
is
don't know why
crazy.
I can't remember
I
it.
just
A
can't,
Nestle-
I just
a
can't
Nestle
get it out of my.
drumstick.
Maybe
I-
because I've eaten like the bacon
Yeah.
milkshake before
Oh,
and that kind of stuff.
We had a guy get a peanut butter and bacon milkshake the other day.
Yeah. Anyways, I just because of that, whenever y'all say drumstick, I just think of like a chicken leg.
drumstick, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a recommendation. If you
Sitting on
haven't
top
tried
of it.
one, you got a Dairy Queen nearby. Try the drumstick blizzard.
We can get
My-
you. Hey, he can get you some coupons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Hit him up.
other one is this is a very old podcast. It's one of the original podcasts, and my buddy Lewis Phillips suggested I check out the Ricky Gervais show, which is from like 2004. They're 30 minutes long. It's Ricky Gervais and his 2 buddies, Carl and Steven, and it is literally laugh out loud.
Like our podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I crack up. So thank you to Lewis for suggesting this. If you've never listened to it, it's a quick listen. Carl is a mess, dude. And everything about that he says is so funny. It's just, it might be the greatest podcast I've ever listened to. So, okay. All right. Grill your ass off. Bring the heat. My drive-through moment. I had to go through the pharmacy to pick up a prescription the other day. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the car in front of me and they're talking to the guy at the window. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he already got his medicine. I would say it was 2 minutes of them just conversing. They laugh and the guy just drives off. Like they're just having a conversation
that's
in the
annoying.
drive-through while I'm behind them and another car's behind me. What the hell's wrong with people?
Yeah. I've had to seen some of the kids at our drive-through. Like one of their friends comes through to get a drink or something.
Yeah.
They talk to them and like if there's nobody behind them, I'll give them a little bit.
Yeah.
But not long. And then, but if there's someone behind them, like, hey, y'all do that in your own time.
Yeah, move this thing along,
Yeah.
dude. There's people behind you.
So, yeah, it's very inconsiderate.
Not cool. I was frustrated. I didn't, well, as I tend to get regularly anyway.
You have to stay cold, TJ. You don't get to bring the heat.
But yeah, it can be frustrating. All right, I think our next guest of the night's online. He's going to be brought to you tonight by Guts Racing. Grip, control, and confidence. Elevate your ride with Guts Racing seat covers. Trusted by top pros and everyday riders alike. Designed for maximum traction and durability, Guts seat covers keep you locked in when the track gets rough and the stakes get high. They're built to last and made to win, so visit gutsracing.com. Let them know the MotoXpod sent you. Tonight, Guts Racing brings us from the Schroeder Racing team, Chistopher Schroeder. What's up, Christopher?
How you doing?
We're doing good, dude. Doing good. Glad to get you on here. I did talk to you for a few minutes last night, and you guys, if you listen to the Chris Kiefer podcast, Summer School, he talked about Christopher after the Redbud race. But yeah, Christopher, true full privateer, 19 years old, doing this out of your truck or whatever on your own, very little support. That's pretty rad.
Oh yeah, for sure. We just doing it out of the little motorhome.
Okay.
Might have a couple of holes in the roof, but I mean it gets us there. It keeps most of the water off us, and it's a good time every time.
Yeah, this is like I said, you're 19 years old, right? From a little bit of research I did, listening to Chris and trying to, like grandma, grandpa help you out. Your mom takes you to the races. Your dad works and helps you during the week. Like this is literally old school, trying to live the dream privateer racing.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's kind of a loose program, but it's been working. It's been working. So
well, you've done 2 and you've qualified for 2 so far. So that seems pretty good rates, pretty good percentage there.
Oh yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your story. Where'd you grow up and how did you get into this? Is this something Dad did?
So I grew up in Baroda, Michigan, and my dad, he did a little racing when he was younger. Didn't really have the support, so when I was about 2.5, he ended up buying me a Honda 50, and I kind of just would do lap after lap after lap after lap in the yard. I would literally burn grooves in our yard. Yeah. And then, after that, got a KTM 50, and my first race was at Dutch Sport Park. The thing was so rich that it was leaving behind smoke clouds everywhere I went. And did that and kind of never stopped after that.
Just fell in love with it. So what are the goals with these pro races? What are you trying to get out of it? Why are you doing it? Is it just for fun? You think you could get to a point where maybe you could get on a team? Like, what are your actual goals? What do you want to see happen?
So my goals are I would love to get on a team and make this like my career, but I just have a passion for the sport. So either way, I'm just going to keep doing it and, just have a great time doing it. But if I could make some money doing it, that would be even better.
There you go. Yeah. Do you have anybody helping you out that gives you any kind of contingency, or is it really just like you're doing it all on your own?
It's pretty much all on our own.
Other than Kiefer's going to help you out, right? We did.
Yep, Kiefer.
Go ahead.
Kiefer, and then pretty much just individuals that step up and are like, hey, we'll help you out with a moto or some gas money.
Yeah, but Kiefer is going to pay your entry for Ironman, so you can do a third race. Yes,
that's awesome. We appreciate that so much.
You and I were talking. He really is. I mean, like, it's not a facade. He is good people.
Yeah, he is. He really is. He opened up a lot of eyes on me, and he didn't have to give me any shout outs, and he didn't have to do anything he did, but he sure did. And I can't be more thankful for everything he did.
Well, it's kind of funny. Like, the reason he gave you a shout out is him and Aiden were sort of making fun of you for your gear setup and your protective gear, but in a friendly, loving way. Right. But in the end of the day, they're like, hey man, this kid, you can tell this kid doesn't have like all the support. He's just doing what he can. He's trying to stay safe. But yeah, how did you first hear about it? Them talking about you?
So I didn't listen to the podcast yet, so I didn't know anything about it, but I actually got a DM on Instagram, and they're like, hey, do you know you're on this podcast and they're talking about you? And I'm like, no way. So then I went and listened to it and I'm like, oh, that is crazy. Just beyond excited.
That's cool, man. I love it.
Well, and then to go from that to now you're on, you make the motos at Millville, and then Weech covers your story twice. Had been pretty cool to see you get spotlighted on the main broadcast, a little bit insight to your story and how you came, and it was cool to see. Weech was all over it. I think he really enjoyed your story. Had to be cool to kind of be able to watch that back for your friends and family, a little bit of validation.
Yeah, that was just crazy. I could not believe that they took an interest in me and my story, and that it was, I guess, a good enough story to where they would broadcast it onto the TV. So that was awesome. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that side of the story for those that didn't see it, right? I mean, you had to deal with some cancer a while back. And give us that rundown of how that came about.
So when I was 5 years old, I was diagnosed with ALL cancer, and I went through 3.5 years of treatment.
Jeez.
So pretty much my mom and dad would drive me up to Mott Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor, and we live in Baroda, Michigan. So that was about a 2.5 hour drive there, and then 2.5 hour back. So we would do that at least once a week. And then my dad or my mom would inject me with the chemotherapy here at home a couple times a week as well.
And I have to assume that's just absolutely miserable.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. After the chemotherapy, most of the time I would just go throw up. So
yeah,
it made me really sick.
So are you completely in remission? Are you cancer free? Or do you have to, I'm sure you go back every year.
Yeah, I go back every year. Right now, I'm in remission, so
great.
Been on remission for 10 years now.
Yeah, and do you feel like racing and having something that you're so passionate about really helps you get through that? I'm sure it mentally builds some strength. You have a goal. It's something to look forward to.
Oh, 100%. It's kind of like my drive.
Yeah.
It's always been my dream just to even try to qualify for a pro race, and just the fact that I was able and my parents were able to get me to this point is just insane. And honestly, it's just like the biggest dream come true.
Yeah, it's a motocross dream. I mean, there's lots of kids. Yeah. I mean, TJ here, my co-host, his son Doc Smith is a pro license and worked his ass off, didn't have the same struggles you did by any means, but we know the point I'm trying to make is we know a lot of people that have that dream of trying to qualify. Aiden Kiefer, right? His goal was to go pro, and now his goal is to score points. And so we have a lot of people we know that have these goals, and to see somebody work so hard and get there, man, it's really sometimes cool about our sport.
Oh yeah, for sure. Pretty much every little kid that lines up on a gate, I swear they have the dream of going pro, and if they keep working at it, they will get there.
I'm 51 and I still have that dream, guys. Someday I'm going to go pro.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm joking. I'm never going to go pro, Christopher, ever.
Christopher, so, it's kind of funny to see how the relationship with doctors and riders have been over the sport's history, because the way our mindset is as a rider is just so different than what they're used to. You hear all the time of, oh, I'll never be able to walk again, or I'll never be able to ride again. Did you ever have any moments when you were going through your cancer or any of the stuff, visiting with your doctors, where like you could just tell that they saw a different mindset in you than they did in other people?
I would say so. So most of the doctors up at Mott, they were really not supportive of me riding at all. They didn't want me to even touch a bike. They didn't want me anywhere near it. So that was like kind of, I guess they ended up seeing like it was my drive to get better. So then after a couple more visits, and I was telling them, yeah, I'm still riding, I still want to ride, and all this stuff, they kind of started supporting me a little bit about it. So yeah, I think it did.
It's funny because I know two guys right now that are not moto guys that have just had knee surgery, and they're like 6 months, they're still limping around. They're like, I'm starting to heal up. And I'm like, I know people like myself who 6 weeks later I was racing again after the knee surgery. I think it's the moto crowd is just a different mindset.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. When I broke my hand not that long ago, and
Right.
I was just riding around one-handed still.
Well, yeah, you look at like Fortner, how many years he struggled with just his arm wasting away, where most people, but something about that moto mindset, you just keep going.
You don't want to give it up.
No quit. Hey, so, well, first off, your last name, every time I've heard it on TV, all I think of is the little kid from Peanuts who played the piano. I'm just going to throw that out there. You know what I'm talking about? Schroeder?
That wasn't his name, was it?
Yeah, that's his name.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm just telling you. So you just need to run that like on your graphics, just because throwback to Peanuts for us old
That'd be
guys.
funny, like a butt patch.
Yeah, exactly. But seriously, do you have plans for next year for Supercross? Have you got your license for Supercross and stuff?
Oh, so that's my plan. I want to get my Supercross points, so then I can go full out Supercross and motocross, but it's just been a struggle getting the points for Supercross.
Are you like, I guess right now you'd have to go through the Supercross Futures, which is insane that you can get outdoor pro license and make the motos and you still don't get Supercross license?
Yeah, for sure. So the hard thing with that is just getting an invite to go race them.
Well,
it really is invite only for the
next
SMX features.
Or the next or whatever. Hey, you know what? This TV time and getting people mentioning your name is going to open up a lot more doors than you realize. I promise you that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and if they do an interview with you, just throw it out there. Be like, hey, Supercross or what's it called? SMX next. Where y'all at? Just call them out.
Yeah.
Like, throw them out there.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Make it known, of course.
Hey, do you have time on a Supercross track?
I do. I have, well, it's not much time, but I have 2 months, and then I have like a tamed down Supercross track in my backyard.
There you go.
That I ride on every day. So.
And where are you out of?
Baroda, Michigan. So I'm 5 minutes from Redbud.
Oh, I got you.
Man, that's the place right there.
I don't know. I love being in Texas, so I can't.
I mean, just that track. I want to that's the track I still want to ride. That's probably the main track. Obviously I've got to spend time at Millville multiple times.
Right. You want to ride?
I want to ride Redbud. Yeah, I haven't rode it yet. Yep. Might have to go visit Christopher.
Yeah, we'll just take a weekend trip up there and come ride with you.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to, we got plenty of room. Just let me know.
Yeah, we might hit you, show up. Hey man, we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
MotoXpod.
Give a shout out to some of the other people that help you. I know Monarch MX helps you out. Like Chris was saying, hey, on his podcast that first time, if you need gear, he'll help you out. But sounds like you got some support from Monarch. What else you got?
So I got some support from Fence Master. They threw me some money to get me to some rounds and stuff. I got some support from Schroeder Furniture. That's actually my uncle.
Okay.
He helped me out with a little money for some rounds as well. I got some percentages off of Dunlop, Mobis, Leatt, and besides that, there's also only throttles, but besides that, it's pretty much.
Okay, let me ask you this. I meant to ask you this a minute ago when we were talking about the racing side of it, or actually riding. You mentioned to me on the phone that you had some issues at Millville. You went 33, 34 for 36. You also said you kind of had a temporary mechanic. So walk me through your weekend at Millville. What happened?
So went out for qualifying. I just wasn't feeling comfortable on the bike. And we just couldn't really figure out what it was. So then I went out for the LCQ, made in the LCQ. I mean, we were so stoked we didn't even think about the bike. So then we go out for first moto, and I'm going around on the sight lap, and the front wheel just locks up, and I eat it. Like straight on the side of the track, on the ground, on the sight lap. I'm like, oh, jeez. So I get up, and we go to the line, and I'm like, I don't know what happened to the bike, but there's something wrong with it. So basically we have no time.
Yeah.
So first lap comes around, same exact spot. The front wheel locks up. It must have been just a slick spot or something. I don't know what it was, but it locks up and I go up against the berm and then I got whiskey throttle and went through that sign. So after the race, first moto, we're going, we're looking at the bike and we go to spin the front wheel. And it literally, it wouldn't even do one full rotation. It was that stiff. So that was causing a lot of grief. So we ended up switching a caliper and brake line, and it kind of fixed that issue. But second moto, I went out, and I guess all the dragging roasted my clutch, so I had no clutch.
Yeah,
1 + 1 =
privateer life, Scotty. Privateer life.
Hey, at least you weren't the guy fishing your bike out of the creek.
The creek.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. That did not look fun at all.
Like you saw it happen, or you saw it on TV?
No, I just saw it on TV.
Oh,
I was like, oh, geez.
Yeah, and from somebody who's never been there and only seeing on TV, I didn't realize there was a creek there.
Yeah.
And so just watching him disappear into the water was.
Oh, yeah.
Couple more questions for you real quick. The temporary mechanic, do you have somebody different every week that kind of comes with you, or you have to find somebody there? Like, how does your mechanic situation work out?
It's kind of what we've been doing is just kind of line with, I guess, whoever is available at the time.
Okay.
And then we just kind of tell them what we need, which is pretty much just someone to help wash bikes and hold a pit board. But that's pretty much what we did. My mechanic, Shelby Evans, we actually stole him from another racer this weekend, so I was very thankful to have him there. I felt a little bad, but it was cool he could come help, and yeah.
Good deal.
There's somebody, I can't remember what it's called now. Doc's used him a couple of times where he has a group of people who pay for their weekend to get there, and then they come and you sign them up as your mechanic, and it's something, the collective experience.
Oh, that's
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, man, I'm blanking.
We need to get you in touch with the collective.
Dave Drakes.
Yes.
Dave Drakes.
Dave Drakes. We need to get you in touch with him, because basically what he does is just takes people who want to experience being a mechanic, and it doesn't cost you. And sometimes they're actually able to help pay your entry that weekend and all that kind of stuff. It's called the collective experience. I'm sure you have.
I've got Dave's number. I'll reach out to Dave and see. Do you have anybody for Ironman?
For Ironman, it's kind of up in there right now. So.
Okay. We'll stay in touch, and I'll get you, if you need somebody, we'll try to get you in touch with Dave, and maybe he can help you out.
I don't know if they do it for the outdoors.
I
know they do it for Supercross.
Well, he probably know people.
But he'll know people that can
I'm sure we
help
could,
out.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure that we could find somebody, or if not, Kiefer certainly has a farther reach. Yeah. We'll find somebody to help you out.
Heck yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, Christopher, dude, it's really been a pleasure to get to know you a little bit, and yeah, I think Chris is really good at keeping his eye out for people that kind of need a little help and doing that. So I after listening to his podcast, I want to reach out to you and get you on here so some other people can hear about it. So it's really a cool story, man, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. Well, good luck, and yeah, let's stay in touch.
Thank you. Will do.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
you for having me.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye.
That's Chistopher Schroeder tonight, brought to you by Guts Racing. Another cool story from our industry.
Yep. It was cool to see.
Yeah, bear with me here. I need to check on Hayes.
I'm telling you, there is something different about moto guys, because we have two guys at work that one of them is like my field supervisor, and then another one's one of the rig hands, and they were literally out of work for like 4 months, one, and 6 months the other, and then they're still like limping around and complaining about their knee, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm seeing what all of us go through. Like I said, I had a knee surgery, and then 6 weeks later it was racing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, different breed, right?
I'm sure this guy knows about.
Yeah. Our next guest of the night is on the line. He's going to be brought to you tonight by Yamaha Motors USA. We've already given you the spiel. You know all about Yamaha's legendary line of bikes, their legendary line of riders, Chad Reed, Doug Dubach, Damon Bradshaw. Me, of course, I fall under that line of legendary Yamaha riders. visit YamahaMotorsports.com. Go see all that they have to offer. Tonight, Yamaha Motorsports USA brings us Mr. Hayes Edwards from Texas Tornado. What's going on, man?
What's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
We're doing good, dude. So we just had Chistopher Schroeder. I don't know if you've heard his story. He's a full, true privateer. Grandma, grandpa, mom, and dad helping out. But you're also doing it on your own quite a bit, Hayes. I mean, a lot of people know your name. They know your dad. But I don't think everybody realizes this outdoor experience really is on you for the most part.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's been a bit of a struggle trying to figure everything out on your own, but at the same time, you gotta roll with the punches and make it work.
Yeah, you've been doing this a few years now. I think Supercross, you had some support from EBR Performance and whatnot. But yeah, so I'm sure, Hayes, a lot of people think that your dad, Colin Edwards, right, a legendary racer, probably is foot in the bill. You're getting everything handed to you, but how did this all work out? You're doing this on your own. I assume you're working on getting bikes yourself. Give us your program.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a bit of a struggle.
Yeah,
it's a lot of stress on the mind for sure. You know what I mean? But, for Supercross, we had a pretty decent, program dialed in. Wade Hoke, helped us a lot. Family Power Sports from Lubbock. They got a bunch of locations, but
yeah, okay.
I think he's mainly out of Lubbock. But he helped us a lot with the rig and bikes. Were like you said, from EBR. Josh, he built the motors and suspension and all that. So we honestly had a pretty good program for Supercross, and it worked out pretty smooth. Like I said, we had the rig at all the races, and no, it was, I really enjoyed that. Kind of felt like it was, not factory, but as close as you can get. Right. So that was pretty solid. And then, once outdoors hit, it's kind of like, it's pretty expensive to roll the truck to all the rounds. And, if they all went in line, right, you started in Cali and then down and then went to the East Coast, it'd be fine. But,
right.
Some of them are, like this weekend, you're Millville and then Washougal and then back to Unadilla, so it's definitely a hit towards the bank account, like gas wise, right?
Yeah.
But no, once we kind of hit the outdoor grind, we started at Thunder Valley, just because, the Cali rounds are just way out there for us, right?
Yeah,
I can drive 12, 14 hours to the third round rather than 2 days to start the first few. So, like I said, just money wise, it makes more sense for us. But man, Lorenzo Lacurcio and his family, great people, the Wildcat race team. We're throwing them a little bit of cash and they're helping us out quite a bit, taking all our bikes to the round. So luckily we get to fly in and kind of get that full experience and not be super, super tired from driving and stuff. But other than that, dude, we don't even have an easy up. We don't even have chairs. We're rolling the bike out of Wildcat's rig and pitting out the backside of their 18-wheeler. Yeah. Literally no chairs, no tent, just a toolbox and a dirt bike. So
hey, you can go to Academy Sporting Goods and get a cheap freaking easy up for like $30, man. Throw it on the rig.
I know, dude. And honestly, we should have. They hooked it up this last week and they got us a tent. But
okay.
Yeah, I know. I was like, at least we got something. But yeah, no, I think this weekend we're definitely going to hit the Walmart and get at least a few chairs.
Dude, it's too hot. Yeah, man. I bet Millville was a scorcher.
Yeah, it's unreal. I was trying to hide under there.
Yeah.
Like where their 18-wheeler connects to the truck. I was trying to hide under there from the sun a little bit.
Once again, private to your life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. Literally,
the funny thing is, when I'm thinking about, to what end? You're not going to make a bunch of money doing this. You're doing it because you love racing, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, dude. I feel like that's, unless you're, those top, 10, 12 guys maybe, then you're just doing it for the love of the game, right?
I dig it.
So when you're going, I guess this weekend you'll have shade at Washougal because there's
Hopefully.
plenty of
all
plenty of
those trees.
Yeah,
all those
exactly.
trees
Not
be
the one
dialed in.
spot. Yeah.
But with all the struggling you're going through and having to struggle with putting up with Van week in and week out, tell us about that training with him and stuff like that.
You talking about Van Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't learn. You can't learn much
dude.
from Van
You
Martin.
can't learn. Come on,
Dude,
and you have to
can't
put up
learn-
with him.
You can't learn nothing from that, dude. Come on. No, on a real note, Van, he's the man. He's always been the man. I think I've been with Van since, man, we started riding moto in 2020, and I think I linked up with Van in maybe 21 into 20. So like I've been with Van more or less since I started riding. But he's, like I said, he's a man. He'll do anything for you, whether that's, bike work and he's a damn good coach at that. So, but we're out there, man, it's pretty light right now with racing going on, but, we're out there 3 or 4 days a week, just doing our motos or whatever we need to do. And, on top of that, he's got all the kids to train at the track as well. So he's got plus track prep and putting silt fences up and 2 kids and a wife. Like,
Yeah.
When I say he's the man, he is literally the man. He'll do anything.
Yeah, we've followed him being basically an East Texas kid. We've got to claim him, and we followed him all the way up through his career.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a really good dude. And I feel like he's got a really good way of just teaching. Like he's super personable, right? So whether a kid that doesn't talk very much or a kid that's a chatty mouth, he can figure out a way to kind of maneuver and figure out what's best for each and every kid.
Yeah, I came down to your dad's place, Texas Tornado, a few years ago and spent a couple of days just to kind of write a little story about the facility itself and whatnot.
I know. I think I wanted to be out there, but I think I just missed you. I had something going on.
Yeah, you were. I want to say you were somewhere farther east. You were somewhere else. Yeah. But yeah, Texas Tornado, obviously your dad's nickname. It's a really cool place down in like Conroe, Houston. What actually town is it in?
It's technically like Montgomery, Conroe, like border, like more or less Conroe, you could say.
So it's a really fun facility. I had a blast there.
Doc
I
goes
stayed in
down
the cabin or the on facility there.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Doc goes
Yeah.
down there. They have places to sleep.
Yeah.
They have and I know they train all kinds of pros.
But Van helped me out quite a bit. I mean, in those 2 days, it's really cool. But what I want to ask you about though, your season so far, you've kind of been right around that same area our buddy Aiden Kiefer has been. 25 to 35 ish. But Millville, dude, you had a hell of a ride in that first moto. For those that didn't know this, everybody saw the first turn pilot Moto 1. And Hayes was the guy that got ejected, went for a ride through the sky there in the beginning. And then you got back up from like dead last and really kicked some ass, honestly.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think, I don't know. I think that moto was just kind of a buildup of maybe anger in a way.
Sure.
I kind of, so the last moto at Southwick, I kind of had a sneaky good ride too that I don't think really went noticed. I more or less did the same thing, like out of the first corner in that first little drop down by the mechanics area.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody just kind of crossed over and grabbed their brakes, and I kind of got sucked up in their wheel and fell. Like same thing. I was laid out, picking the bike up and trying to start it. By the time I got it started, I'm same thing, 20, 30 seconds back.
Yeah.
And literally in 40th. And I kind of just put my head down and did the same thing. And I got 20th that moto. So I kind of had a sneaky good one there. And then going into Millville, it was kind of like, I had some pretty good confidence from that last moto. So I was like, all right, I want to kind of come here. And I like Millville a lot. So I was like, I'm just going to come try to make a statement in a way. And then the first qualifying, I felt like I did a pretty good job of that. I was sitting like 16th, 17th for a while. And then I ended up getting pushed back to, I think 20th or 21st, somewhere around there. So like one of my best qualifyings I've ever had pretty much. So
that's great.
Just a build up of the second moto at Southwick, first qualifying session, second qualifying session, kind of same thing. Like it was just a good build up of confidence. And then going into that first moto, I was like, all right, dude, I really, really wanted to focus on my start too. Cause I feel like you get a start and you can kind of just get sucked in with those guys. Like that Hymas, kind of area. Like you start with them, you more or less kind of just get sucked in. I was trying to explain that to Van a few days ago. But so I really want to put an emphasis on my start, and I killed it, honestly. Maybe Cochran helped a little, slowed up a little dudes when he fell in the first corner.
Sure. Yeah.
But I came out not like 8th or 9th after that. I probably would have been, 12th or 13th without him falling. So still, like, I ripped a really good start. And then kind of coming around the first corner, it's like, obviously you got dirt all over your tear offs. You can't pull one. You're going down straightaway, right? Bikes, dirt flying everywhere. And then I was explaining to Van yesterday too, like, I couldn't see anything, and then it opened up all of a sudden, and I'm 2 foot away from Davy's bike. I'm like, oh, dude, this is gonna be gnarly. Yeah. But in my head, as soon as I saw his bike, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm going down. There was like still kind of enough time to be like, okay, if I can get my front wheel over it, I think I'll be okay. So I tried to just like, grab a handful and lean back. But once I hit, it was too little too late at that point though.
Yeah.
I smoked it. Somebody said I exploded his gas tank and that's why he didn't finish or something like that.
Well, somebody definitely put a hole in the tank. So yeah, I guess that was probably you then.
I think it was me. Like from the back angle, we could see when I hit the bike, like something just explodes. So I was like, dang, dude.
I'd like to thank you because the points are really close and you've made the racing good for the rest of the year. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah. Good job, Hayes.
Yeah, my bad, guys. Sorry about that.
So I have listener questions for you at the end of the show, but our buddy Turd, Hudson Short, sent in a question about that little crash, so I'm going to just read it now. He says, just a comment. Hayes, did you have "I'm flying through the air and this is not good" in your head at the time?
No, I'm not even going to lie. That was the first. You're flying through the air, right? You don't really think nothing. I hit the ground, and that was the first thing. I was like, dude, you know how many people are going to be like, I'm flying through the air right now. This is not good.
You know Hudson pretty well?
I do. Hudson, I love Hudson. He's a good dude.
He has lost a bet to me where he has to ride in a tutu, and we have to make a video about it.
Yeah.
So you make sure you don't let him forget that every time. He
lost a bet I'm reposting that on all the socials.
Sure, there you go.
Well, we got to get that.
What was the bet?
It was about Prado and about how many podiums he was going to make in Supercross, and I was wrong, but I just got lucky at the very last round. Prado made a podium, or it was going to me riding around in a tutu, and I thought I had lost.
And that's what we all wanted.
That's what everybody wanted, but I won the bet, and so he's definitely going to wind up in a tutu on video. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to give him crap about that for sure.
Absolutely.
Don't let him forget it.
That's awesome.
Hayes, just take us the average fan, the average viewer that maybe doesn't realize, like, we obviously watch the guys in the top 10 of the battles for the win and stuff. It's not a news story that you guys in the back of the pack don't quite get the credit that y'all deserve. A lot of people say like, oh, well, if they're back there, then they're not trying as hard, or they just don't have.
Why do they bother?
Why do they do it? But like, just take us through some of the struggles and some of the things that you sacrifice day to day just to even get to a position where you can show up and race confidently.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, you guys have heard the thing, like in your dude in 25th to 35th, they come to your local track and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, why is this dude not racing outdoors and winning? You know what I mean? Like it's so hard to explain. Obviously, this is how I explain it. You got your like little groups, right? You're one through maybe 5 that could win the race. You got your 5 through 11 that are going to swap positions every moto. Your 12 through 17, maybe your 18 through, you know what I mean? And so on.
Sure.
But it's unreal. Like in qualifying, you dab your leg like 2 extra times around a lap, and you could go from 21st to 31st, and it's literally a 10th or 2 tenths. It's unreal. But that's what I've kind of just been trying to focus on. Like, and I'm putting the same amount of work in that, all the dudes at the front are, right? Like we're not slacking. We're not slouching over here. I'm out there 4 days a week, gym, all the same road bike, everything. But it's it's just a different level to be up at that front pack for sure.
Yeah, and it's hard for the regular average person or us as media to really understand how close that really is. It seems like it's a huge gap.
It's not.
But like you just said, like one little dab and it's 8 spots, right? It's the smallest fractions of a second.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like even the second moto at Millville, it's like, my best lap was a 2:07 and the fastest lap of the race was a 2:04. Yeah. So like 3 seconds and versus first place to 21st place. You know what I mean? Like, get granted, 3 seconds a lap is a lot.
It ends up being a lot, but it's
really not.
Yeah,
though.
in one lap, that's not much, right? When you say,
exactly.
Jet Lawrence is 3 seconds behind Hunter, he's right there.
Yeah.
But that 3 seconds every lap turns into a big gap. But it's not,
by the end of the moto, you're a minute back. So,
let me ask you one more question, and we'll do a couple listener questions.
Sure.
What will make this season like a successful season for you at the end of this? After Ironman, what will make you go, yeah, that was cool, that was successful?
Yeah, I think, man, honestly, just building confidence. Like I'm pretty, everybody in my close circle kind of knows I'm maybe a bit of a head case. Like, I can, as I feel like most people are in a way. Right. But, I can do all the motos at the practice track I want, and I'm shredding. And then it's like, you show up on a gate with 40 other dudes that got the same mentality you have, and it's a bit of a different story. But like I said, the last few rounds, I feel like I've just been gaining a lot of confidence, and most of this is mental. I feel like, we all know how to ride a dirt bike. It's just you gotta put the pieces of the puzzle together 6 inches between the ears, right? So, which I feel like I've been definitely making strides towards. But I don't know. I kind of been in that 20 to 25, 27 range. Especially when I ride good, I'm a little lower. But if by the end of the season, if I could be in that 16, 17 range.
Yeah. Okay. So points for sure.
Yeah. Points for sure. And honestly, just getting good starts, and I haven't really gotten a good enough start where I could see the pace up front, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I would like to at least try to click off a few good starts and just feel that pace out, right? So at least I know for next year what we're kind of working with.
All right. Good answer. Hayes Edwards, brought to you by Yamaha Motor USA tonight. All right, so let's do a couple listener questions. I think this must be a buddy of yours. This comes from Matt Landry, 224.
Oh, gosh.
Ask him if he can pick me up on time Thursday so we can hit the Centurion Lounge at the airport.
Running late?
Dude, I got a story for y'all.
All right, let's go.
Oh, man. Dude, so Matt's my mechanic.
Okay, all right.
He's first of all, I know he's going to listen to this. You're a bonehead, Matt. Come on. No, but last week dude, I'm not going to lie. I don't know. Well, first I thought our flight, I just completely read it wrong. I thought it left at 2:50. It definitely left at 2:20.
That's a big difference. 30 minutes.
Dude, I'm telling you, we got to the airport at 1:45 and our flight started boarding at 1:40.
Yeah. Good job.
And dude, we're rushing, throwing our bag on the flight, trying to get through TSA. It was a struggle for sure. But by the time we got through TSA, boarding closed at 2:05. It was 2:04. So I grabbed my bag. I'm in slides and a hoodie, full sprint through the airport. People are probably like, dude, this dude is what are you doing?
Yeah.
Literally. I was pretty embarrassed, but I made it. Probably by like 30 seconds I got there. She's like, oh, you're close. I'm like, oh girl, come on.
Yeah, I'm here.
I know I'm close. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we got there 30 seconds to spare, hopped on that plane, and they shut the door. But we were so late that obviously I got to bring my gear bag to every round, right?
Yeah.
My gear bag didn't make it. So we got to Millville at like 4:00. I had to go back at midnight and get my bag. It was on the next flight. Yeah.
Shoot, at least they got it there though. A lot of times those things, it could be 24 hours later.
Ooh.
So that's what me and Matt were freaking out about. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, luckily there was a flight behind us. Like I could have been screwed for sure.
Well, I'm glad
But
it
yeah,
worked
Matt,
out.
I'll be there on time tomorrow, dude. I'll try.
He's worried about it. All right, Matt. Let's see. We got 2 more here. This is Dave's _lids. Did Hayes ever seek racing opportunities overseas, seeing the world like your dad did?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
That was the weirdest.
I don't know if he's.
That's the weirdest answer I think we've ever gotten to a question like that.
I feel like there's something more there.
Yeah, come on. I mean, nobody listens.
No, well, I didn't know if he was talking about like road racing wise or just
No,
going over.
I think he means moto. Yeah.
No. So my dad's motorhome driver, Paul Sannon. He lives over there in Belgium. Like, I don't even know. Next to Lommel, I think. Lommel's in Belgium, right?
Yeah.
He's like really close to all those tracks and friends with all the Yamaha dudes and everything. So he keeps telling us to come over there and just ride and hang out for a few weeks. But we're so busy right now. It's been hard to get over there for sure.
Okay.
But no like racing or anything over there.
No. Okay. All right. Last one. This one's a little bit longer, so we'll do this. We'll close it out. This is from Dirt Scoot Rider. This is a question for Hayes Edwards. According to a pro debut, quote unquote, post on Vital MX, you did not start racing motocross until you were 14, which would have been around 2019. Fast forward 2 years later, and you are making your first run at Loretta's in Super Mini 1 and 2, where you get 2 respective top 15 overalls. Fast forward another 5 years later, almost exactly, and you're sitting here on this podcast as one of our pro rider guests. You've got 11 outdoors under your belt and your first full season of Supercross. That's a remarkably quick 7-year time. What do you attribute your progression to the most? And he gives a couple suggestions here. Whatever level of raw talent you have in your blood, the investment, financial and otherwise, of the people that made it possible for you to get there, the leadership and mentors around you who showed you how to do things, or the raw number of hours you spent on a dirt bike practicing and learning your craft. So that's a few thoughts. Yeah. So yeah, what do you think contributed to your rise, your progression?
Yeah, I think. Oh man, I didn't know we were gonna get this deep.
I didn't either, man. Thanks, Dirt Scoot Rider.
Yeah, thanks, dude. I think it's a few things, right? I mean, first of all, I was 15. I started 14, 15, and I think I was just I played baseball from the time I was 3 to 14, like travel ball, the whole 9 yards, and then more or less just got burnt out on that. But once the whole motocross dirt bike thing kind of fell into my lap, I think I was just so obsessed with everything about it that I'm telling you, I would ride 7 days a week if I could, like at least 5 days a week I was riding. But it's also just, hard work. Once I figured out, the pro aspect and that you could make some money doing this, it was, if you're, maybe not if you're in 21st, but you know what I mean?
It's possible though.
It's definitely possible. So I think that was a thing I kind of made a point that like, I want to make this my job. And, I can't, I'm not trying to brag or anything. I can't take away the fact I did have naturally some pretty good skills, like already, just beat in, I guess. Mm-hmm. So it was a pretty fast progression when I started. And then, dude, I think the first year I made to Loretta's, 2021, and then 2022 and 2023, like those 3 years probably were like a grind, like 365 days, the whole entire year, like riding, gnarly gym, van we probably did too much. You want me to be honest?
Gotcha, yeah.
But, no, it was just hard work. I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I don't really want to have any other job, but yeah, man, I think just hard work and believing in yourself. You know what I mean?
Okay. That's a good answer, man. All right. Well, Hayes, It's a pleasure having you on here. As always, it's been a long time, but yeah, I definitely want to get you on. Kind of let everybody know that, like, yeah, you I think you need to prove some people wrong that might maybe have the wrong opinion of your program. And although your dad is very talented and probably does support you in his own way, that you're doing a lot of this on your own. You're out there grinding like everybody else, and it's cool to see.
Yes, sir. We're not done yet. We're gonna keep digging. That's for sure.
Let's do it, man. Yeah, we look forward to. We'll be keeping an eye on you, and yeah, let's get into those points, man. We got 4 rounds left.
Yes, sir. We'll do. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you, bud.
Yes, sir.
That's Hayes Edwards tonight, brought to you by Yamaha Motor USA. Yeah, those are our guests for the night. You want to do some segments and
absolutely
start rocking through the show? Before we get to our next actual segment, I do want to tell you guys about Renthal. Everybody knows Renthal's the #1 handlebar in the world for motocross. They have great mountain bike stuff. You can get free shipping on orders over $99 and more on renthal.com through their new direct-to-consumer shopping experience. You guys know all that stuff. Just go buy yourself some new bars, man. I mean, or sprockets, chains. Garrett Rockley's getting a set of sprockets and chains for his whatever bike he sent in. He told me the other day what bike he was. I don't even remember now, but it's.
I'm sure it had.
I know that Paul called me. He's like, "What is this for?" He's like, "These part numbers, I'm not like." He said they're not like normal part numbers, and it was. I could tell you.
It had to have been like a Mako or.
No, it wasn't. But it was like a. Hang on, let me find my
Husenberg.
Yeah, that's
no.
You weren't here, TJ, when he won. I was like, oh, I'm sure he's got like a
96 XR 400.
Okay,
yeah, actually, that's a cool bike.
Yeah. So, anyway. Just support Renthal. You guys probably need something soon, whether it's chain sprockets or handlebars. I actually put the 661 bars. Those are the Kiefer tested, Eli Tomac, chosen.
And you loved them.
I did like them, actually.
They were just perfect.
Because I've been running the 672, which is a little bit lower bend, and I'm tall. So Kiefer's like, dude, you got to try this on the bar. I promise you. And it did kind of it helped me stand up a little bit more, which that's what I was going to say earlier. Doc came out and helped me this last Saturday. After I posted my video on Instagram that everybody destroyed me for sitting down too soon and revving the bike as if I was on a 2-stroke that was going to stall out.
Yeah.
I really worked on that mentally, just not revving the bike. And I'd catch myself. That was one. Like, I'd go blip. Oh, don't do that again. Instead of burp, burp, burp. I don't know why I do it. I don't know. But we turned the idle speed up. And then Doc, it was just like, dude, you got to stand up. You're sitting down way too soon. You don't have any control.
He's a dick.
He's like, your front, you're going to lose.
Right,
he said, you're probably like swapping because you're putting too much weight up there the way you're sitting down. I'm like, that's funny. Every time I go to the corner, I wonder when my handlebars swap like that. He goes, well, you sit down, dummy. So I was like, cool. So I started trying to stand up through the corner.
Yeah.
And I told him, like, don't give me too much information. Give me like 2 or 3 things. And he picked 2 or 3 things that he really thought I needed help on. And I guarantee I felt better. I noticed the difference.
It's surprising, just because I've known him his whole life, obviously, how good he is at that kind of stuff and helping people out, like helping
He can
riders.
see it very,
Yeah, so
he can see it well.
He definitely helped me. I really, not being silly, I do think those things he helped me in those couple hours are going to help me at Loretta's.
We'll be like top 10 now?
No. I still think 35th is my goal, but I think it's going to help. Just the standing and being in more control in the corners and the ruts.
Don't get there and black out and forget everything you learned.
No, I don't think I will.
Okay.
But we'll see. I could, but I hope not. But renthal.com. You can use their WorksFit program on the website where you can put in the bars you have, bars you want to try. You can see how they sit differently from top and back.
Once you kind of figure out how it flows and how it's working, it's very easy to use.
Oh, we got a commercial on here. If you're watching on YouTube, sorry, we have the MX Simulator races going on.
Just move along.
I know. I'm
just
sorry.
hit the button
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Renthal. Great product.
People that,
you don't need to.
But people that are listening don't know what's going on.
But they don't need to. We just keep talking.
They never would have.
Exactly. Would you
when I stop talking?
No, we will keep talking.
Okay.
You never would have known.
Now.
It's taken this long. Only 10 years of doing this.
Episode 405.
I'll forget next week.
Yeah.
Also, again though, if you're a mountain bike guy, don't forget they have the Revo DHC and Revo TRC clipless pedals. I love those. Handlebars, lots of other cool stuff for mountain bikes. So renthal.com. Cherubies USA, from the factory floor to the finish line. This is a Cherubies. For over 40 years, we've shaped the look, feel, and protection of motocross. Every curve, every vent, and every color engineered for riders who push the limits. Cheruby's plastics and accessories are built for durability, tested in the harshest conditions, and trusted by champions worldwide, and they fit perfectly. Visit cherubysusa.com. Get yourself a new set of plastic, skid plates, hand guards, etc., stands, all that good stuff. All right, T-Bolt USA, top 5. Either one of you got T-Bolt USA in front of you? Want to read it?
Sometimes you just want to cut loose with your buddies and shred your Yamaha TTR 110 or Honda CRF 110 or CRF 50. Maybe you have a Kawasaki 110 or 140, even a vintage Z50 or CT70. Regardless of what pit bike you have, T-Bolt USA's warehouse has you covered on pit bike parts and accessories. You can find BBR, Pro Taper handlebar kits, D&M shocks, and even full bikes from YCF, Pitster Pro, and Piranha. T-Bolt USA is fully stocked to meet your needs. Visit tboltusa.com, order your parts, and go bang some bars with your buddies.
Absolutely. Vince and the boys always taking care of us. Lots of support. I get a lot of comments from Vince, whether it be text or social media comments, where he's trying to pump me up all the time, and support the show and positive reinforcement. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. T-Bolt USA top 5 this week comes from a listener, Kyle Collins. We've been saving this one for when TJ finally was back in studio, and he wants to know our top 5 closed businesses that we wish were still around. Who would like to go first?
I actually struggled with this. I'll go
Okay.
first. I really did, and because I heard that, and what was their listener's name?
Kyle Collins.
Kyle, it was a great suggestion. Like when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then I really got to
struggled.
trying to think about it, and you're like, maybe there wasn't that many closed businesses that I really missed. But a couple of restaurants and a couple of deals I've got going on here. Starting with Ponchos.
Okay, that's a local, right?
There's still one in Dallas.
There is one in Dallas, but they used to be. They were around. It was just a Mexican restaurant.
Is that the one with the flag?
Yes,
Yeah.
and so they have this. So basically, you go in kind of cafeteria style, and you just
It's
pick
like all you can eat. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't go in.
Yeah.
Okay. You go in cafeteria style, and you pick what you want on your plates, and then you go sit down, and then when you get done with whatever, and you want some more stuff, you raise a little flag on your table, and a waitress or waiter comes over, and you tell them, hey, I want some more tortillas or whatever you want. And then they always had sopapillas that were like, and honey. Oh, they were so good.
Yeah.
That place was awesome.
Ponchos was cool.
Then there was something that I used all the time was Hancock Fabrics. And Joann's. Basically the same thing, but they're both out of business.
Okay.
Hancock's was more local. Joann's was nationwide. There's just a fabric store. I do
you get upholstery stuff?
I
or-
get upholstery stuff,
Yeah.
do a lot of upholstery, but I actually can sew. My grandmother, when I was a kid, taught me how to sew, so I'd make all kinds of stuff. Like I'm gonna make like some curtain stuff at that, not like direct decorating curtains, but outside curtains at the house. And I have like an upholstery sewing machine, and
I swear there's still a Joann's in Tyler.
they just shut down.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they just shut down like a couple months ago.
Mm.
And then Ken's Pizza.
Mm.
Don't know that one.
That's on mine too.
Oh, really?
It's an honorable mention. Yeah.
This
Is that like
so
a
good.
Tyler?
Yeah. Well, there was a couple of them.
There was a couple,
Okay.
but they had a buffet. They had a buffet style pizza.
Maybe I did go
was
there years
really
ago in
good.
Tyler.
It
Was
was
it like
really
off the
good.
loop?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was right there at the
So-
corner in the fridge corner.
Okay, so it's where Bubba's in Tyler is now.
Or
across
TGI
from the
Fridays.
malls.
I think I did go there once.
And then it went away for a little bit, and then there was in that same shopping center they built a Mr. Gaddy's Pizza, which only lasted for like a year or two, and then Ken's went into that building.
Yep.
And Ken's was there for around 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And we went there. I went there probably at least once a quarter.
Yeah.
Or so, maybe even more than that. And then it just went out of business at the end of last year, and now they're putting another pizza place there.
Oh, maybe
It's like okay, if Mr. Gaddy's and Ken's didn't work out, this one that nobody's ever heard of is not going to work.
Yeah,
Unless
fair
it's a
enough.
lot better pizza.
I don't
Ken's
know.
is so good.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I think if it's the place I'm thinking of, I do.
And their salad bar was really good
Yeah.
too. It was so
Nobody
good.
eats food.
I loved their salad bar. That's half the reason I went.
Ryan's was another one, which is like a
Buffet.
Golden Corral.
Yeah, Ryan's was good.
It was really good. And my number one that I miss the most is Radio Shack.
Oh, Radio Shack's good.
What was their brand of
Radio Shack.
electronics? No, that was all their electronics was a certain brand they carried. Like
I thought it was just Radio Shack.
Radio Shack.
no,
Everything.
realistic.
Oh, their sound equipment.
Yeah,
their
realistic.
sound
I used to have like realistic speakers, but they were like not really great. But
They were
it's
not
like,
very
that's what I could
realistic.
afford.
But I have 2 honorable mentions. Was Fry's Electronics, but we didn't have one around here. There was one in Dallas.
Okay.
You ever been in there?
Uh-uh.
It was like Radio Shack on steroids. It was
All
like
right.
the size of Walmart.
Yeah.
But it was a Radio Shack.
Okay.
And then Lifeway bookstore, and I used to go there all the time, and I'm just sad that they went away. It was
There's that Maradone one in Tyler now.
yeah, it's not the same thing.
It's not the
Lifeway, the
same.
people there were awesome. Yeah. Anyway, it was a
Okay,
Christian
but
bookstore.
I was gonna say something. Doesn't matter.
Yep,
It's
but
not important.
that was mine.
All right, Scotty.
Okay, honorable mention was Ken's Pizza. It's R.I.P. Number 5 was Blimpie's.
The sub
dude,
place.
It was a sandwich
I don't
place.
think I've ever been in
I
one.
don't never been in one. I
I
saw
went.
that.
I just remember being a kid. And I really liked it as a kid, and I still enjoy sandwich places now. I eat them almost once a week, and so I would. I just wish I could experience as an adult, see if it really was
You
that good.
can't pay the price they want for a sandwich.
Some of them are good. Number 4 is Toys R Us and KB Toys that used to be in the malls as a kid in the 90s.
I don't remember KB, but
It was the one in
Toys
the
R
mall.
Us, that's a good one. No, I'm saying I don't remember it, but
Although where our Toys R Us was in Tyler is now an Ollie's.
That's pretty
the
good.
Good stuff, cheap place.
pretty good.
I go there pretty often. We get a lot of
Regularly,
stuff
yeah,
there.
it's good, yeah.
Also, you reminded me earlier, Bennigan's, their Monte Cristo.
Bennigan's, yes.
Bennigan's was good.
And then the other places like Cheddar's make Monte Cristos. It's not the same.
It's not. I've had some good Monte Cristos,
but none of them
but
beat
never as
Bennigan's.
good as Bennigan's.
Never.
Number 2, Blockbuster.
I didn't. I knew that was closed, but I don't miss it.
I don't really miss it
stream.
either, but I was just thinking of nostalgia, like when I was a kid going and getting a video game and a movie for the weekend. It was just like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's one of the first ones that popped in my mind. But then I had to go. Do I actually miss it?
that's what.
Yeah,
it was-
I had it on my list. I was like, but I could watch any of those movies on
Yeah.
streaming. So it's
Chase said
no, there's
Hastings.
a reason it's gone.
Yeah.
But
Chase-
like nostalgic wise,
yeah, it
Chase
was on
in
my
our-
list. I took it off.
In our group said Hastings, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I just stream everything.
All right.
Well, okay.
And number 1, and I'm probably gonna get crap for this, but it's okay.
Open minds.
Is Luby's.
Oh,
Yeah, also gross.
Luby's cafeteria.
I don't eat cafeteria food. I ate that in high
You just went to
high school.
Ryan's. It's the same
Yeah, it's the
thing.
same thing.
No, Ryan's not the same thing. It's not cafeteria.
To me,
food.
it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
I think it's the same.
There was
Golden
there was
Corral, Ryan's, Luby's, all the same.
there was-
Luby's is no. Wait, like
There-
Grandy's?
Grandy's is chicken. It just closed down.
No,
in Tyler,
Grandy's
too.
is not. It's
Grandy's is a chicken place.
No,
with
it just
homemade
closed down.
rolls.
It just closed down.
Oh, I would have put that on my list.
Yeah, Grandy's was good.
Is that your list?
Yeah, Luby's had this.
A lot
one
of these
dish.
are like local places. So Kyle, I don't know if these.
Luby's
this is really what you're
I
looking
didn't
for.
pick anything that was local.
Ken's and
I put Kansas as my honorable mention.
was Luby's like a nationwide thing?
Yeah, Luby's
Oh,
was
okay.
or at least
And Luby's was
regional.
nationwidely gross.
No, they had
All right.
they had this one dish that I loved.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, my turn.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the first place I put was a place called Pharrell's Ice Cream. It was like in Northern California, but I think it was a West Coast thing. It was old school, like 50s style.
Like Andy's.
I don't know,
Like as far as like how it's set up.
because I don't know. I don't know what that is, so I can't answer
Is
that.
it one of those places where you go outside? You stay outside the whole time.
No,
and
you
get your
go
ice cream?
in, but like
Go
they would wear like the parlor style like
yeah.
uniforms, and it was just a place I got to go as a kid that I loved. TCBY, the country's best yogurt. I used to like that.
Dude,
Too many food places on my list. I noticed that,
TCBY
but-
was
I
really
liked it.
good.
I forgot
Yeah.
about.
It was really good.
I had KB Toys and Toys R Us also.
Yeah.
I had Gonzalo's, which that was a Longview, local dude, Mr. G owned it. It was just my all-time favorite Mexican restaurant. He passed away. They sold it, whatever, but it was awesome. Like I went there probably 15 years of my life living here. He always knew everybody's kids' names. They all had their pictures on the
Oh, that's
wall.
cool. That's
It was
cool.
just like you'd go in, you're like,
Oh, I
you want
get that.
you want this, like the ladies all knew what you wanted. It was awesome. And then Chase said Hastings. I put Sam Goodies. Like there's still nothing better to me than going to a music store and flipping through the records,
Yeah.
the CDs, and the T-shirts, and I could spend hours upon hours in a music store like that, just going through albums and looking.
Doesn't really
Oh,
exist
I don't know
anymore.
who this is. I wonder if this is any good.
And
Doesn't
then would
really
you
exist
buy
anymore.
it? You're like, I don't know who this
I would
is.
still buy CDs and stuff. Yeah, like Hattie's obsessed with CDs.
Well, I know, but that's like a throwback nostalgia
Yeah.
thing. But like, are you gonna walk in there and spend $15 back in the day when $15 was actually an amount of money for a band you've never heard of?
Probably, yeah. If the album cover was cool, I still like a physical copy.
Yeah,
I like the liner notes and like all the stuff inside it, the lyrics or whatever notes they put in there. I like having that, especially with vinyl. I mean, I got a pretty decent vinyl collection over there, so I'm on board. Hastings was, I don't know if that was nationwide or like regional, but Sam Goody's I'm pretty sure was nationwide.
Basically like the big time record stores.
Yeah, music.
Hastings had books.
They would have some books, some comics, things like that. So entertainment.
I would go there for their books. And
They don't,
stuff.
they don't really have anything like that anymore.
Huh? Not really.
Like a Virgin Records. Or...
There's a couple like again, kind of like the Gonzalez, like single owned music stores or whatever that try to do that.
But it's like retro now.
There's a couple in Dallas. Like you can't see it, but there's I have. What did you say?
One of our commenters. Annihilate Your Buds said, Dark is a music freak but can't remember drumsticks.
I know, right? You're not wrong.
I read that. I'm like,
you're not wrong.
That's a good one.
You're not wrong because every time when I do remember it, I go Ray Luzier, drumsticks sitting right here.
Yeah.
I got to remember that. But then I go, what was I supposed to remember the name of the ice cream? So that's old age. But I have there's a record store I found in Dallas, and over there's a vinyl copy of like Pantera's first album before they got heavy, before Phil was in the band. It's like a hair band. They were a hair band basically
they
first.
Were definitely.
So I have a vinyl copy over there. Can't find that anywhere else. It was just in a Dallas store.
Yeah,
it's a reprint, but it was cool. I was like, oh my God. Like I've never even heard this. You can't get it anywhere.
There's a place at Trades Day that has a bunch of them.
Yeah.
There's some good ones in there.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my list. But thanks, Kyle, for I appreciate. We asked our listeners to send in top 5 lists. Kyle listens, and it's much appreciated. ETS Racing Fuels, pick one. Got my ETS Racing Fuels hat on right now. We love those guys. ETS Racing Fuels was forged from the heat of competition nearly 30 years ago by developing purpose-engineered fuel for high-profile teams in highly competitive series, and they have been the power behind many podium wins ever since. Teams using ETS Racing Fuels have won more than 50 national world championship titles and continue to forge new alliances and partnerships across motorsports. So visit etsracingfuels.com to find your local distributor. Listen, I'm running the MX-18. I have that second injector from XPR in my bike, and you really need to be racing a good high-end race fuel. So I'm running the MX-18, which is like a 94 octane, and it makes so much difference. You're smiling. I didn't know if you had something to say.
You said
distributor?
It's not how you say it.
Did I not say it right the first time?
Like distributor.
I think I started to say distribution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, distributor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Sorry.
But yeah, if you're a person that uses race fuel or you're looking to use race fuel, ETS Racing Fuels has you covered. It really is the best stuff in the business. They don't have any problems. They haven't had any problems out of their fuel. So visit ETS Racing Fuels, find your local distributor, and get yourself hooked up. MX-18 is my suggestion. Tonight's ETS Racing Fuels pick one. I was looking at where the points are in the U.S. Pro Motocross Championship in the 250 class. All right, so we got Levi Kitchen leading the points. With Julian Beaumare's ride this last weekend, he's now 24 down in second. And Cole Davies, with his problems, his issues from Millville, he's now 25 down.
Yeah, we found out.
And who we have to thank for that?
Yeah, we found out tonight that was.
Well, I think that all goes. That starts with Carson Wood.
Yeah.
First, but anyway, I kind of want to know with those 4 rounds left. We got Washougal, Unadilla, Butts Creek, Ironman coming up. Of those 3 guys, who is your favorite, and like what kind of makes you pick that particular rider?
Cole.
Okay, so Cole, who's 25 down in third. Why? He's got, 2 overalls to his career and has never won at any of those tracks.
Doesn't matter. He's just consistently up front, except for basically a mechanical issue.
Okay.
And so the other guys haven't been.
But he's got to make up 25 points in 4 rounds. That means
yeah, but Kitchen has gotten like a 6th. You know what I'm talking about? Like he's just randomly in the back of the pack, you know what I mean? Because things didn't go just perfect.
He has one at Unadilla and he has one at Bud's.
The Kitchen's being that's his literal live down the road home track.
He doesn't do very well there though.
But he's going to be up top. He's going to be up front. He may not win, but he'll be
right. That's why I'm leaning Kitchen. Julian's very strong late, but yeah, he's only got 1 overall in his career. I think I'm leaning towards Levi Kitchen's experience, his wins at a couple of these tracks that we're getting ready to go to. Will kind of lean him to be. Yeah, I don't have to win, but I need to be top 4.
So we can't really go back in the history, the racing history of Cole, because
there's not much there.
Because there's not much there as far as racing here
Sure.
and all that stuff. But if you look at Levi, it doesn't. The long-term look doesn't bode well for him winning the championship, and the same way with Juju, right?
That's yeah.
So you're basically you have to say if they're pass they're with a TH
Thur.
THUR thur.
I like the way you do it right there.
That's what I was. Yeah. Go ahead. Are there any heels coming up on any of these tracks?
Yep.
Yeah, actually, Washougal has some big
Has
heels.
some big heels. So if he does it right there, go ahead.
Does he throw rocks well?
I'm done interrupting.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, well. I don't mind the interrupting. It's just anyways. The point I was trying to make is they I don't even.
Dang, you got him flustered.
Go ahead, Scotty.
Yeah.
I pick Kitchen.
Why?
Well, he's the only person to have the red plate twice now.
Okay.
He kind of has low-key been the most consistent. I think at some points, for the most points out of any of the other guys, he's been the fastest guy. I think he's been the fastest guy at the race more than the other guys have. And I just think that it's kind of his to lose now. So
I agree. He needs to be a little more consistent off his starts. That
we
seems
need to
to
hurt
hurt
him
him
starts.
most. Which that's
what
always
sucked.
been the thing.
That's what sucked is he finally got a good one this weekend.
Yeah. Okay, so you and I are going Levi and TJ. Did you settle on one of them?
Yeah,
Cole. You're settling on Cole.
I am.
All right. Let us hear.
Hayden Deegan's going to win it.
Let us hear your thoughts. Go to MotoXpodShow@gmail.com. I want to get your thoughts on that. ETS Pick 1. All right, we're going to close this out with our FXR picks for Washougal. FXR is designed by racers for racers with industry-leading fit, finish, and performance, where progression is the name of the game with every new piece created. At FXR, we push our brand to the next level to provide you with the best products possible. It's used by riders like Malcolm Stewart, Garrett Marchbanks, Mike Brown, Brock Tickle, Chris Kiefer, myself, many others. FXR has core motor roots, so please visit FXRRacing.com, see what they have to offer, get yourself some FXR, or if you go to your local Yamaha dealership to look at the Yamahas, you probably have a display of FXR there. So maybe go buy yourself a YZ250F and a set of FXR and get to your track and rip. All right, my picks for FXR Washougal. Nope, you know what? Hunter wins. Deegs second. Jet third. I don't really believe all that, but that's what I'm going with.
I'm going kind of what you're saying, but I'm going to say Jet, Deegan, and Hunter.
Okay. Swapping the Lawrence brothers.
Yeah. And I'm going to put Prado in fourth. Just going to throw that out there.
Well, that's probably going to happen, but
I think I was premature with my
that's what I heard.
Deegan pick last week. I'm going to use it again this week. I think it'll actually happen this week.
Deegs wins?
Yep. Deegs wins.
Okay.
Jet second, Hunter third.
Okay, those are our picks. I also would love to hear your picks. Again, same email, motoxpodshow@gmail.com, or you can go to our website, motoxpod.com.
We should start doing a wild card.
Click on that contact form. Okay, like a position, and you pick who's going to be there?
Or a 13th or 11th.
You pick.
No.
TJ, give me a position.
I don't want to do it.
Oh, cool, man. Let's do 11th. I'm going to go.
It's like the same thing everybody else does. There's something different if you're going to pick a wild card.
Okay, you can finish the show now. It's fine.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
All right. I want to thank Racetech and Yamaha Motor USA. I want to thank Guts Racing, X-Brand Goggles, FXR, ETS Racing Fuels, T-Boat USA, Grill Your Ass Off at Cherubies, Renthal. I want to thank Chance Hymas, Christopher Schroeder, Hayes Edwards. Don't forget to go try a drumstick Blizzard. Let me know what you think about that. Check out the Ricky Gervais show on your podcast feeds, and you can thank Lewis for that. Other than that, the plan is to be back next week to do a short show probably before Loretta's. Just before we close this, I'll tell you, the format I kind of want to do was like have one guest, which is normal, like just one guest, and then kind of almost do a Ricky Gervais thing where I wanted you guys to go
we would all search out like some weird news story. Obviously not moto. This is going to be almost a non-moto show. And we just discuss these weird stories and what we think and make jokes and free-flowing-ish.
I'm all about it.
So we're going to try to do that.
But I'm leaving Tuesday night.
Maybe we can record it Tuesday and just post.
We'll figure it out.
I don't know what we're doing next week.
You know what? This may be one of those shows where we want to pre-record. So if it is trash, we don't have to post it.
Keep your eyes on our social. We'll figure out what we're doing. Other than that, guys, I think we're out of here. We're back probably next week. Then Loretta's, and see you soon.